Now you are.
Okay.
Good evening. Anybody there?
Mm-hmm.
Who's there?
It's the Chronicles with Buff Del Campo.
5 people.
Across the ninth dimension.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, guys? How we doing tonight?
I don't know. How's our live stream? How's
Wait,
it look?
how are we going to get coffee if you're doing that?
Yeah.
She's not doing that. It
She's
just
doing it
sits
right
there.
now.
It does it by itself.
But somebody has to read the question.
Oh.
There's no comments yet.
She's the questioner. So you want to get coffee?
Greg McDonald is here.
Hey, Craig.
You want me to run and get you coffee now?
Why are you talking like that?
Like what?
Like a Shakespearean, like...
What do you mean?
That's her acting voice.
I'm not acting. What are you talking about?
The look on your face is like you're confused.
I'm so
Why is he
confused.
asking me this?
What am I talking like? Shakespearean?
Yeah, you're enunciating and you're doing, you know.
No, I'm not doing it on purpose.
Okay.
Now I'm self-conscious.
Don't be self-conscious. Just roll with it.
Uncle Tony's making me self-conscious.
No,
guys.
I'm not.
He doesn't like the way I'm talking.
I love the way you talk.
Let's turn the camera on so people can see you.
All right. What's up, everybody? What's your thoughts of F-body Mopars? Paul
That's
Cox
what I
wants
asked
to
him
know.
why.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're okay. I'm not crazy about them because of the torsion bars. The front end is very stiff compared to other Mopars, so it's hard to get them to transfer weight, you know. But for a driver, they're great.
Yeah?
You agree?
I always wanted like a Volare wagon, just like a daily driver and throw stuff in the back.
I've had a few of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted my mother to buy one. She bought a Fairmont. That's okay. It was just as good.
Back when I was in New York, I used to do modifications. Ready for this one? The popular was what we're shooting this at the house tonight because it's raining outside. So one of the neighbors just pulled up.
You sure it's one of the neighbors?
What?
It's one of the neighbors?
It's what's it?
Oh, okay.
So I used to do hand control installations on Aspens and Volaris because wheelchair people, right? The Aspen and the Volare have doors that open further than any of the other similar cars.
Oh, they swing the
door
arc is
opens
right there.
further, right? The arc is different.
Okay.
And so that was the preferred. You remember I used to do those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Aspen and Volare was the preferred vehicle, 4-door or station wagon, was the preferred vehicle for wheelchair people. And I probably did hand control installations on like 10 of them.
Man. What? Good application.
Yeah.
Mike Johnson sent you $25.
Thank you, Mike.
Says, get
Mike
this out of the
Johnson.
way early. Love the video explaining the body panels of the Duster.
You're awesome. Thank you, brother, man.
Thank you, Mike.
I know Mike Johnson.
Do you?
I know a Mike. I know two Mike Johnsons.
Well, as far as I know, they're the finest people on earth.
We had one in Arizona and one in Maryland, and we called them Mike Johnson West and Mike Johnson East.
What I want to know, though, is how are we supposed to do coffee?
Wait.
Oh, you didn't get your coffee first.
No, we didn't get coffee.
No, I'm in a fog. I'm in a coffeeless, you know, I'm
So-
I'm
A coffeeless
having a
coffee.
caffeine crash.
You want me to go get you coffee?
Why are you using my voice again?
What? I don't know. I'm just... What voice?
It's like you're doing a lawyer's commercial.
Lawyer's...
Who else is in
I
there?
don't know. I'm not doing it on
What's that?
purpose.
Anybody else in there?
Just my dogs. Or,
No, you don't want to go in there, Buff.
well, we should have people in there, but we don't.
No, just
Sure.
dogs.
Where's your weight?
Terrence Seymour, what's up? New Zealand. What's up, Dalton? Dalton wants to know what's the color code for the paint on the Duster. It's G8.
G8. G8. It's
Sherwood?
Sherwood.
For
Dark.
us,
It's
dark
dark
Sherwood.
Sherwood poly,
Yeah.
which is a metallic. We're cheating a little bit and painting a British Racing green metallic, which is very, very close, but it's got a little bit more pop to it.
Thank you, Curtis. He says, I love this channel. This is my only entertainment for the day besides a documentary on corn.
Oh, excellent.
That sounds really interesting. I love documentaries.
So do I. So I'm not into movies. I've always watched like documentaries and stuff, right?
This is kind of like a documentary.
This is
Stuffed
like-
olives?
This is like a docudrama.
What's up, TMC? You want stuffed olives? I have some.
No, I want coffee. I need coffee. I'm dying over here. I can't think. I'm having a brain fog.
What's up, Uncle Buzz?
Usually when we hit this, I'm on
I'm
my,
so behind.
my big,
You're
20
already drinking your
ounce.
coffee.
Right, yeah.
Plan Z. Yeah, that's going to go to the shop soon, right?
Yeah, that was gonna go to the shop this week, but it's gonna go after I'm done painting the duster because I have no self-control.
TMC Production says Tony has to use the voice when asking for coffee. Baby, please.
It works, guys, listen, did you ever use the voice, on any of your female folk, did you ever use the voice to get like what you wanted?
What's up, Slick Will 91?
Yeah, watch this.
Mostly they
Roll up
take
your
what they
windows.
want.
No, that's, listen, you have to know how to manipulate them, okay? See,
Oh,
what happens is
brother.
they have these maternal instincts, okay? That force them to jump, you know what I mean?
What?
So what you do is,
Don't listen to him,
What you do
guys.
is-
Like, really?
you go around their conscious mind and you talk to their subconscious
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, right, because I
using,
can't
like,
recognize
like,
that
watch,
you use this
watch.
different voice.
Oh, no, you can consciously recognize it, but you're subconsciously
Right.
compelled
Oh, yeah.
to, to do the job.
Oh,
So
brother.
watch this, watch. Baby,
Yes, Tony.
can I get some coffee, please?
Sure, Tony.
You see? She couldn't say no to that.
You gotta be wise.
What's up, 426 Rich?
Yeah, well, that's because I learned all of these tricks. I'm trying to.
I've kind of struggled with that in my life.
Yeah, well, that's because you know the tricks. When you get yourself a new woman, I'll teach her everything that you need to know.
I don't want to know women in my life. I have enough.
Baby, I'm still waiting.
Okay, you gonna read the comments, Tony?
Oh shit! How am I gonna do both? I can't do both. Buff, can you
That
read the
means-
comments, Buff?
I have to struggle
I
with
could
that
turn
one.
the camera around for you so it would be facing.
Oh no! Wait, Buff has his phone. He can
What,
read-
when we have pictures of
Okay, yeah,
cars?
you can read the comments off your phone. You don't even have to come
Oh.
over here.
Man, this is like remote comments. It's
All
gonna
right,
take
Oh,
me
it's
I'll
a
get
while.
coffee. Buff, would you like coffee?
No, thank you.
Okay.
This is all happening like throughout his space and stuff. too.
All right,
So
coffee.
he's getting
Be right back,
Gene
guys.
to Telstar him back.
Come on. Come on.
Stay.
I'll get you. I get a commercial first.
That's not us. Is that us? Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, but I know I'm gonna get
Ah,
it.
there you go.
Still gonna give me a 3, 2, 1, skip ahead. Oh, what is that? What is that? That's not something I want.
Buff, what are you doing? Calm
Don't
down.
be- This thing's being,
All right.
there.
All
Okay.
right, so now I have to look there and then,
I'm already missing them. Ever have daily coffee? I don't know. The Crow for newbies. Can you do a video to describe an engine? God, it's going by too fast. An engine and what each part does. Oh, that's a lot of parts.
that's a lot of parts. That's
Oh.
a real newbie thing. I tell
You
you what.
need a lawnmower engine.
Wait,
for that.
wait. Watch, we have another channel called Ask Uncle Tony, and I do that with Crystal, Uncle Crystal. So in fact, we just put up a video today. So on that channel, we're gonna be doing all of the basics. And we probably will do a whole engine piece by piece thing, because the whole point of that channel is to like bring Crystal up into the culture of and activities of riding. So she's gonna, trust me on this, go subscribe to Ask Uncle Tony and then just hang out. We'll be having a lot of that really basic stuff on that channel.
Okay, these are scrolling by faster than
Oh
I'm
man,
ever going to be
right,
able
slow
to
them
get.
down, slow them down.
So here we go. Here, this is
Don't
John
let the super
Wilbur.
chats get by.
John Wilbur.
John Wilbur, super mod John
Tony,
Wilbur.
how do you prefer to make a B-body axle housing fit in a body?
Oh, it depends on what it's going in. If you're talking about the spring purchase, honestly, I know it sounds butchery, okay? All I've ever done is just oblong the holes to the inside. You go 3/4 of an inch on each side, drop the housing in. You got to spread the springs just a hair, drop the housing in, and just go for it. I mean, if you can cut the perches and re-weld them and all of that, but like I said, if you just oblong the holes 3/4 of an inch inboard on either side, drop right in.
For newbies, this is Daryl Ladd. For newbies, getting a complete El Camino shell. Where do I start to make it roadworthy? Oh my God.
Well, I don't know, man, because every shell is different, I mean, first step to getting a roadworthy is to get it to run. You know what I mean? It's like, people are like, oh, you gotta do the brakes, no, the brakes don't mean shit if it don't run. So, I mean, the first thing is get the engine to start, then get it to idle, then get it to go into gear, then get it to move back and forth, then get the brakes to work, then start working on all the electrical things, make sure your lights and your tail lights and all that shit works.
Stay.
methodical, one step at a time. But start with the most logical step. Make it run.
John Wilburn says, I know you had a way to cheat a little.
Of course.
Have you, dual sport guy, have you ever heard of Mopar Tony from Delaware?
Yeah, of course, I know Tony D'Agostino for, I don't know, since we were teenagers. Now listen, so she brought me the coffee, okay?
Where is it? Oh, it's there.
Yeah, so she brought me the coffee because I used the voice. So now, I want to thank her for the coffee because, you know, and of course it's courteous, but I'm not going to use that voice, I used a different authoritarian,
You can't even
Yeah,
say
that
the
word.
word.
that voice.
Authoritarian?
Authoritarian voice. Thank you, Kathy.
Is that your Shakespeare voice?
No, that's the one that rewards you for the.
Oh,
for the
brother.
job. Oh, I know. Consciously you're thinking it up, but your subconscious mind is totally wrapped in
Oh
this.
yeah, you got me. You got me.
John Wilburn, I have another method I'm gonna try. Okay,
You're
there's
welcome,
a
easy
super
going.
chat here that I can't
The
find.
super chat. Oh
but
my
I
God.
can't find it.
Where?
It's 25 bucks, but
I read
can't-
it already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's why I can't find it.
Right.
Back
Yeah,
too
that was
far.
the early
Okay.
one.
Oh,
Oh
Gary
no.
Brender, anyone have a drive shaft for a 74 Dart?
No.
No what? Drive
Well,
shaft?
he's a drive shaft 74 Dart.
Oh.
What rear is it? 7 1/4, 8 1/4? Is it, you know, is it you know, a 904, 727? All this stuff makes a difference.
Shout out to Duluth Trading
Pretty
Company.
company. Yeah, I got another.
If you're trying to
I
figure
didn't
out,
put
if you get
car
a little
shirt
more
on.
part and you're trying to figure out drive shaft length, what drive shaft length you need, there's a site called the Christine Car Club. And they have, just Google Christine Car Club drive shaft length chart. And it has literally every single engine, transmission, body combination, and what drive shaft length and diameter, and which yoke it uses, and everything else. Great source of information if you do this stuff on a regular.
On the regular?
Are you gonna do a Duluth giveaway?
What are we gonna give away?
I don't know. Duluth giveaway. That probably means they want.
They want your shirt.
And
Give
I
them
gotta
your shirt.
sit here with a bare.
We have
fat
new
chest all
t-shirts coming
evening.
soon.
We have new t-shirts coming soon.
They're not here
Oh,
yet.
good. How about pencils?
Pencils?
We're on it.
Maybe.
Yes.
Use a little lighter.
Yes,
Does that work?
Tony.
Okay, you
yes.
got the questions. I'm shutting this. So
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Tony.
OMG.
You're feeble.
All right.
It's right in the middle.
I got it.
when you drop something in the car, where does it go?
Right
To
in the
the
middle.
center of the car every time.
Oh, I
If you
can't.
try to put it under the center of the car, where would it go?
And then we walk up
Everywhere
to the side.
else.
Yeah, everywhere else.
Oh
We
no,
roll through
Plan
ditch.
Z on hold for another paint job? At least he'll get it done in one coat. You can get it done in
No, I'm
one
not gonna do it
coat.
in one coat. I'm gonna do it in 3 coats. I've already, oh,
You're
please.
gonna do a tack coat, then a coat,
I'm
then a
gonna,
coat?
yep. I'm gonna do it exactly the way you guys said. I knew I should have done it the first time, but like my head ran away from it.
Well, you know, I've never seen that car. And I saw it tonight when it was still light.
Yeah,
And I didn't think you should have painted it because I kind of like things are a little rougher. And so then I saw it. It looks really good. Shit, I like it.
yeah.
It
I
does
wish
look
I
really
was
good.
driving that. Yeah.
And you know the white walls, right? People like ragging me about the white walls. Oh man, white walls, right? No, at night it pops. We were walking up on the car last night. We drove it over to my kid's place, and we were walking up to the car, and it's like those thin white walls, just like pink.
It was really dark out.
If they're white walls, they have to be really thin.
They are really thin. They're not
Or maybe
ultra
even
super
red.
thin.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean,
red walls are good.
I
I'm
remember-
just saying they pop on the car.
see, I was a kid, 1960 and earlier, they had these white walls that were enormous. And my grandmother bought a 61 Chevy and had these little narrow white walls. Man, I thought that was great.
No, Herbert, that's not a joint.
Show
It's
my
a
age.
cigarette.
I like the ones that are.
Show him your
twin-
cigarette, Tony. It's a rollie.
Twin ones.
Yeah.
It's a rollie. It's
It's
tobacco.
a rollie. I roll my own cigarettes. See?
Remember when Pirelli had those? They had 2 little white walls, and then it had a spot that said Pirelli. in the
Yep,
middle.
yep.
Bup, 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 go around.
Winberg has to know, what do you think of KYB shocks for an F-150?
I don't really have an opinion on that. I don't know enough about F-150 suspensions. Listen, I know stock suspensions for regular driving, and I know drag racing suspensions. I don't know anything about any other type of suspension, so I can't give you any type of accurate. Well, but maybe Buff can. Buff, you're a very well-rounded person, where I'm more of a troglodyte.
I'm not gonna.
Troglodyte?
I'm
You
not
are
gonna recommend certain
troglodyte.
brands, but I've used KYB,
You have.
and I haven't had any trouble. Yeah,
Well, there you
it
go.
costs less than Coney's. I don't know. What do you want the shots for? It depends on what you're doing. If you're drag racing, just I don't know. You tell them what you do. You
Yeah,
disconnect
I
them.
use drag racing. Only on a Chrysler. Only
Okay.
on a Mopar. You know, anything else, you use 9010s. On a Mopar, you use
90
shots.
tens. That's
Torsion
what I
bars.
always.
Torsion bars make the difference.
That's what I always heard. 90 tens.
Greg wants to know, was an 8 3/4 big bolt axle available on A-bodies after 73? Being told only 8 1/4 big bolt pattern were in A-body forms.
There were the only A-body, big bolt pattern A-body 8 3/4 were 1968 Hemi Dart, Hemi Cuda, automatic. Those were the only big bolt pattern A-body width 8 3/4. They stopped the 8 3/4 no more after 72. They went to the 8 1/4, and the 8 1/4 is all big bolt pattern, all of them.
Have you heard of gapless piston rings?
Yeah, zero gap second rings. You know,
They're the ones that overlap.
yeah.
Yeah, we had those in aircraft.
Yeah, I tried them years ago when they came out, like in the 80s it was, and I didn't see any difference. I mean, if they worked to any great effectiveness, it would just be the standard procedure, and it's not.
When's the next artwork auction? The Cuda painting. What are we gonna do with that? We're
No,
gonna,
no, no, you're in charge of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna do that.
How are you gonna do it? You gonna put it on eBay or something? Or are you gonna?
No.
You're gonna do it here?
We'll do it here.
Yeah, we'll do it here.
So it'll be like a live auction.
It'll be like a live
You need an auctioneer. Do we have any auctioneers that are closed?
Gee, Buff, I don't know. You seem like you got
M
some
and M
auctioneers.
and M
No,
and M.
I'm not good at that.
And that
I
makes
tried
it
to do
perfect.
that. I tried to do that
What's
from
up,
America
Olive?
because I want to do that, and it doesn't happen.
That's perfect. All right, he'll auction it off.
No.
When are we gonna do that? Huh?
I don't know. Let's get past today, and then we'll figure out the next thing.
I sound like a British auctioneer.
Dude,
You ever hear them? They're like very.
Why don't
slow
you make
and
it more fair?
$10. Do
like,
I hear $10?
We have to find a way to make it more fair.
how?
I don't know.
Because fairness is what we're all about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then that means that just whoever can spend the most wins the painting, and that's not really not fair, right?
Or do you want to have some kind
You
of
want to
contest?
do a socialist method of
Not a
Socialist. Like socialist baseball, you keep playing until the scores is both same,
Yeah.
and then you give everybody a trophy.
That's what she wants to do.
No, I don't.
You're gonna need a lot of paintings.
Oh, guys, I'm just trying to be fair.
Put a hammer and sickle on the side of your.
No hammer and sickle.
It's for the UTG insignia.
Oh my goodness.
So what kind of contest you gonna have for that?
I don't know. I really don't know what we could do.
Ask John Wilbur. He'll come up with some good
Questions?
Yes.
Oh, we should have an essay writing contest.
essay writing. Everybody
I'd totally
just
do
left.
I would totally do that. Write an essay.
Everybody just left. I remember that when I was in school. You know,
Right?
you're a little kid. They say essay question. You go, oh no.
Well, you got to work for it.
Please multiple choice.
And
At
it's
least
fair.
have a 25% chance.
The best essay.
Oh. That's terrible.
Give Buff the gavel. Funny. Let's see. What's the stock compression in pounds on a stock 65 225 slant 6?
In pounds?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know. You get about on a healthy motor, about 150 pounds, 140, 150 pounds.
How many megapascals is that? Never mind. It's an
Oh,
international audience.
Okay, Anthony was wondering what good Mopar project car would be for a first-time person that's cheap to buy.
That question happens every.
We should do a video on it. What's the cheapest Mopar project to get into?
I have an answer for that.
Okay, well,
If you're in the U.S., I don't know, where's Facebook? Everywhere?
everywhere.
Get on Facebook Marketplace and just start looking, and when the right one comes, grab it.
Well, not
And
necessarily.
it might be a Valiant or a, I see Valiants.
Yeah, but not all of them are equal as far as
No.
getting parts for it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, like
You
right
don't wanna
now,
get something you can't
Facebook
get
around
parts
here,
for.
there's a 64 Valiant. That's
An easy one. That's
yeah.
an
To
easy
me, that's Valiants, aren't they all?
Yeah, but somebody can pick up, let's say they pick up a 69 Coronet,
Oh God.
right? Where do you get part, like, okay,
Good
so you
luck
need
getting
dashboard
trunk
parts, so
lids
you
and-
need trunk lid. Like 68 Coronet trunk lids, they go for over $1,000.
Man, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Because they all rounded out. Right, see, that's why I'm saying, you can't just pick the cheap car.
Don't
and
go
with
get
it.
yourself
You
a
gotta do your
72
homework.
Roadrunner without a grill.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
you'll
you
pay
get the car
$3,000, $4,000 for a grill. Easy, and it
Well,
won't
you
even be a
know-
nice one.
Right.
You know what you do on that?
It'll be
You
broken.
You just get some expanded metal and roll it a little and cut it the right shape and hand flat black, put it in there and put a Mopar
You
in
can
the
use
middle of it.
expanding foam and then just
No,
carve
no.
it.
You know what expanded metal is? Like grill, you know.
What's up, hey yo? Let's see.
You have a random loose hair hanging from it.
How do you know it's random?
This is random, it's just one.
Is it mine or yours?
I don't know, it's somebody's.
How long is it?
I don't think it's Buff's. No, it's not yours.
John Wilburn says, that's how auctions work. I'm okay with any method where I wind up with it.
Oh, so the guy that's gonna come with the question
Right.
wants it. No, we can't do that.
Oh, this is a
Well,
problem.
John knows where we live.
Right.
So if John actually wants to come here one night, like say when we're sleeping, sneak in and grab it off the wall, I'm okay with that too.
He'd get bit by one of the chickens.
But if you got balls, see, balls should be rewarded. You know what
No,
I'm saying? That's
not-
how I look at it.
What should be rewarded?
Balls, balls. You know where he lives?
Oh.
Go get it.
Brother. Okay, Ryan S. is saying, have you heard anything about the 426 kit for 360 from Hughes? I want one for my Dakota project, but I haven't heard of anyone using it. I'm 16 and don't want to waste the money if it's not worth it.
My opinion, honestly, the Magnum cylinder has a great cylinder, and it's kind of at its limits. Not I won't say it's at its limits. It's close to its limits, where it's at its maximum effectiveness. The Magnum cylinder is at its maximum effectiveness at that 360-inch size. I honestly don't think, if you're going to stick with stock cylinder heads, I honestly don't think spending that kind of money on a stalker kit is going to get you the kind of results that you could get from other ways.
Need Metal is saying ethanol content is going to 15%. Do you foresee any issues with older fuel systems?
That's the first I've heard. I mean, no, it's not the first I've heard. I heard that rumors about that a couple of years ago. I can't possibly see that actually happening. No, I don't think it's going to happen.
You know that race, what is it called? Racetrack station where we usually
Yeah.
go? They have both. They have 15 and they have
Heavy
10. I've
85.
never seen that before.
They've had
They
the
have 15.
85 forever.
Oh yeah, the heavy, you can't just run that.
But that's what
stuff with it.
15% is.
No.
Yeah. E85.
They're talking about 15% alcohol or 15% gasoline.
15% alcohol.
Well,
Ethanol.
E85 is 85% alcohol, isn't it?
No, E85 is 85% gasoline.
Are you sure?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I never use it, but I thought it was the other way around. I thought that's why you couldn't.
No, it's still gasoline. It's not ethanol. It's gasoline.
Okay.
Joseph says actually found a Duster body in Texas for $1,300. That's a good price. It's kind of solid.
If it's a whole car, sure.
You can find them cheap. You just have to really look, and you have to spend time. You don't expect to find it in like a week. Joseph says he got his 72 River and Grill for $1,000. That's a good deal.
That's a steal. How many pieces is it in? That is the craziest grill. It's got like 40 pieces to it, right?
What grill is that?
72 Roadrunner.
Here you go. You're not gonna like this.
I was wrong.
Yeah. E85 is abbreviation typically referring to an ethanol fuel blend of 85% ethanol, 15% gasoline. So they have an E85.
You are right about that, though. See, I have no
and that's
experience
why
with this
that's
stuff.
why the computer has to be
Well,
really,
flexible,
really
yeah.
flexible there.
Okay, I was definitely wrong about all of that.
So now I don't know about the 15% ethanol because they have that at these stations, and I've been
Well,
kind of
it's
like
up to 10%.
that racetrack station has 10%, up to 10%,
Right.
and then it has 15% that's on another nozzle. and it's a little cheaper. And I thought about, maybe I'll try that. And then I thought, I was here. I thought, nah, I gotta get home tonight. I better not do that. So I didn't do it.
Nightmare 1690 wants to know, what would you value the ball stud Hemi, since it was a one-off, but the owner ruined it?
I couldn't really put a value on that. I don't know. It's like, well, that's one of those things that it's only one of a kind. It's like whatever the market will bear.
Old Cronin's Garage wants to know, can we give Playing with Horsepower a shout out?
Yes, playing with horsepower.
What's up,
Give-
Catfish and Chris?
Giving them a shout out. Who are they, you know?
Have you been to their channel?
Buffalo,
Have you
check out
seen
the
it?
channel. Playing with horsepower.
Playing with Horsepower. Let's see. What's up, Anthony Perna? When's the 73 Roadrunner going to be in a video?
Next year.
John Wilburn says, don't you disqualify me, Buff.
I can't believe how little I know about the E85 thing.
That's okay.
Well, no, it's not. I'm supposed to know everything.
You know, you're not supposed to know everything.
I know,
Nobody
but I
knows
know.
everything.
I knew somebody running E85 out in Arizona on a sand rail, and they had to run that thing so fat. It's like I knew it was probably,
Okay.
you know,
No, I know it's a thing. I just didn't know exactly what the
I
thing
thought it was way too fat for.
Do we have smoke in the sky here?
Yes.
No.
was. No.
No,
me
we're
turn
nowhere
this
near
off.
that. Let's see. Why does everyone hate F-bodies?
I'd say I hated F-bodies.
No,
I kind of liked them as running on the street, daily drivers. But the front suspension with this crosswise. See, I used to work on police cars that had that crosswise
Yeah, the
thing,
FMV.
and those. I
The
don't know what they're
adjusters will
called.
freeze.
Well, I didn't know about that, but the mounts are on these little. They're kind of like sway bar mounts.
Yep.
Those things broke, like always, over and over and over and over. You know, it's like. But in a police car, you know, you're getting some pretty rough use. What are we laughing at?
They say Uncle Tony is so tough, he can remove rusted-on brake rotors that have been on for decades using only his bare hands.
I use my tongue.
You have to use your teeth?
No, I don't use my teeth.
I always just beat the shit out of my tongue.
Brother.
It's an ancient secret I learned in the Himalayas. I was surfing up there.
Corn
Sometimes-
subsidies. Let's see. What's up, Robbie? Let's see. UTG. How thick are the calluses on your hands?
Hey, what was the name of
His
this
hands
channel?
are just made of calluses.
What was the name of the channel I was supposed to find?
Oh, brother, now I forgot.
Horsepower.
A horse factory.
Hor-
Is
horse-
that what it is?
Can somebody remind us what channel we were supposed to look at and give a shout out
I'm
to?
reading comments and I completely forgot. Was it factory? I don't know. Oh, brother, I'm in trouble. I'm supposed to take
I
notes
got
while
things
I
on
do
here
this.
that have nothing to do with cars.
Why is this chat creepy? Kevin?
What's creepy?
He says, man, this chat got creepy fast. Okay,
Why? What
Kevin.
happened?
I don't know. I guess we creeped him out.
Well, see, there's channels I watch that are car stuff. You know who they are. My favorites. Junkyard Loot and Junkyard.
You like
What's
that?
the other one? What's the other one?
Things.
Junkyard Digs. Why can't I think of that? And yeah, there's those. Bicycle Garage. Those are probably the ones I watch the most. Besides this.
Oh, what happened with Bottle Rocket's clutch? Did it work?
We haven't run it yet.
Yeah, we couldn't go last week.
We didn't go because Uncle Kathy was bouncing
Limping.
around on a
I was
bad ankle.
limping.
She can't really walk. Well, couldn't really walk.
I'm better now.
Yeah, we're gonna go Tuesday night. Tomorrow, no, the night after.
Day
Day
after
tomorrow we're
tomorrow.
gonna run it.
Let's see. How to set the cam timing in Bottle Rocket after switching the pistons side to side?
It has nothing to do with it.
How did you do
What?
that? How did you do it? He's asking.
One thing has nothing to do with the other.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't understand.
Yeah, the
question.
cam isn't straight up right now. It's in its split overlap.
Do you watch Graveyard Cars?
Actually, I just watched it the other night. Occasionally.
I used to watch it a lot, but man, there's so much to watch. You know, I forget about. Because you get this, all this Mopar here.
Oh, yeah.
Pierce wants to know, when's the 73 Roadrunner gonna get its own video?
Oh, probably not till next year. We have so many other things we gotta work through. We have these other cars. We have cars everywhere. We're just working off the outside part of our fleet right now.
The outside part of it.
Yeah, the perimeter of the fleet.
What's the
The periphery?
The periphery. The outside stuff is the cars that basically get out and get used every day.
Oh, okay.
You know, and we try to keep it to the simple stuff like the 318s and the 96s because that's the core of our audience is people who,
Is it? They always ask for big block stuff.
yeah, they want to learn about big block stuff, but they all, no, not all, but a lot of them are dealing with the more basic small blocks. You know, the 350
You know what?
Chevys.
Rode in the back seat of that bottle rocket. Holy crap!
The car's
Oh my God!
It's faster than the numbers let on.
Yeah.
Fred Smith wants to know, did any 70s, 71 Furies come with a Hemi from the factory?
No.
What?
I owned one of each back in the day. I know the 440s are rare, heard of, but not seen by me. Thanks.
No, there were never any factory installed 426 Hemis in C bodies. The one possible exception is Hearst built one 300H car. They normally have 440s. They had one with a 426 Hemi, but that was all fabricated and installed at the Hearst plant, not Chrysler. Wasn't there something?
I have a friend that swears 1966 Dodge Polaris. That's a C-body, right?
Yeah.
California Highway Patrol had some with 426 Hemis, and they pulled them all out and put 440s in. I don't know if this is true.
Not from the factory.
Okay,
No,
so
it's not
it's
from
a
the factory.
BS story.
Yes, it's a BS.
Okay.
The hardware to mount the 426 Hemi to a C body, right, doesn't exist. It was never produced.
Oh,
There's no mounts
Oh.
or brackets that would work for that application.
I just
ever.
assumed it was the same as other big blocks.
No, the 426 Hemi has its own K-frame.
Okay.
Joan Wilburn says, Tony, is your bolt bin more organized than your Holly jet box? I'll be down next month, and I swear I'll reorganize both.
Actually, the bolt bin is pretty, yeah, it's pretty
Is it?
accurate.
Well, I'm way behind, guys. Let's see. Monster Rudd says, would Uncle Tony be willing to collaborate on a video?
Depends. What do you got?
Maybe.
Did we check out that guy's channel? Hot Rod?
Never got it. What is it? I don't know. We lost the name
Yeah,
of the channel.
I lost the name of the channel.
But I was going to do something else for you here. I was
Playing with horsepower.
Playing with horsepower.
Sorry, old Coney's Garage. Let's see. Would Uncle Tim? Oh, okay, sorry. I'm looking for something to read. Hang on. The great and powerful Tony was wrong. It's the end of the world. Run like hell. He's
There are
wrong
certain
a
things
lot,
I
guys.
really don't know anything about. I'll be the first to admit I don't know anything about them.
Fubar linked it. What's up, Fubar? Thank you. Playing with horsepower. Playing with horsepower. You got it?
I'm looking, it's like there's so much about horsepower that it doesn't come up with the channel.
Fubar linked it. It's in the comments.
Oh.
I'm
So
so
I gotta-
behind in
Oh my
comments.
God, I can't get there because I already went somewhere else. Shit. Come
Well,
on, guy.
Close some of your windows there. You got things open.
I
everywhere.
know I got a lot of stuff going on.
Do you ever plan on scooping up an e-body?
No. I like them. I have no desire to own one.
Any progress on the Gambler 500 car?
Did we talk about the chassis we picked up?
I don't know. It's all a blur.
Originally, we were going to modify a stock Chrysler, A-body frame, unibody for that car. But my friend Jim Bennett, who has the Turbo Dart, who will be doing a video on that tomorrow, he has a 71 D100 chassis laying at the back of his shop. And what I'm going to do is we're going to shorten that. It's 120-inch wheelbase. We're going to shorten it down to 120-inch wheelbase, and we're going to channel the Valiant body down on top of it. So that's going to be the direction we go with that car.
So Monster Rust sent $1.99.
Thank you.
And he says, would Tony be willing to collab and give us a shout out? Monster Rust.
I
Go
mean,
check out Monster Rust, guys.
Well, let's check out this first show first.
Right.
What
I
do we
wish
got?
I already forgot the
I
name
was
of
gonna
it.
give us a quick review on.
Okay.
What are you showing?
Monster Rust.
This is
we'll
the
check it
last
out.
video that
Playing with
Playing with
horsepower.
Power put up.
It's a dashboard.
It's a dashboard.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
It's bouncing around a lot.
I didn't make this video.
We'll skip ahead to something. where it's
Skip
not a
ahead. Yeah,
dashboard.
skip way ahead.
It's the same
It's the
dashboard.
same thing. Oh
Oh,
no,
it's a
now
mirror.
it's the rear mirror. Well, what the heck? Okay, we'll go further forward.
Is there sound?
Okay, now it's burnout marks. I don't think this.
You have to watch it with sound on.
Yeah, I don't know. Here it is.
If it's driving
Everybody's
video.
got the
Well,
link
guys,
now.
check it out.
Everybody's got
Especially if you're into dashboards and mirrors.
It's a driving video. You need sound.
That's the thumbnail. It's a GMC.
Yeah, it's Jimmy. Yeah, it's a Suburban. Nice truck.
So you have to look at Monster Rust as well.
Yeah, Monster Rust. Check out Monster Rust.
Uh-oh, I hope my comments didn't stop again. Because they're not moving. Remember that happened last week?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Same thing. It's like every damn video about Rust. Maybe John can put the link again. That worked real well.
Oh, we're having a problem with comments here.
I'm going to have to go get the computer.
Well, here, Buff could just hand you his phone, like we did last time.
I'm trying to do that right now, but you know what's happened this week. I got too many things going at once, so
Yeah, my comments are...
All right, guys, the comments are frozen. They're not rolling on Kathy's phone over there, so we're gonna see if we can get it on Buff's and then pay. The same thing happened to us last week. I don't know why.
Sorry, everybody. I don't know why that's happening. So quiet.
yeah, I know. Sorry.
It's okay. I think you just grab the computer. I'll go get the laptop. Okay. Thank you.
I think you may be able to see him with that. I got the sound off, so
Okay.
is it working?
Yeah, I think so. Kathy, check my instant messenger. I sent you the link to the channel. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mike. Mike Kickendall sent us $5.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Let's see.
Now you don't have a phone.
Yeah.
Good.
That's why I could.
No one can get a hold
Get
of
the
me right
computer.
now. This is nice.
You can hold the oil pump if you want.
Gen 3 Hemi update.
The block, crank, rods, rings, and bearings are at the shop right now. We're still waiting on other odds and ends for the motor. Valve train stuff, timing chain and whatnot. We'll be doing an update on that this week.
What else can I hold?
That's a liner for a KV Hemi.
For what, Henry?
Black.
So when are you painting the Duster?
I knocked out, the car has 7 dents in it. I've knocked out 2 of them so far. Tomorrow I'll probably do a dent a day because I can't get too sidetracked on this. And within the next 2 weeks or so, we got paint. Paint just came today.
What brought on this paint this car and everything?
I just looked at it and I was like, my God, it's so straight. And the bumper, the chrome on the bumper is like perfect. And I was like, the glass is nice. And I was like, I gotta have this car in paint. I gotta see what it looks like in paint. Plus, I have
Yeah,
all
it's
of
going to
this-
be green, Vince.
I have all the mistakes I made on the Swinger fresh in my mind.
So you learned from that.
I learned from that, and so I'm dying to like employ what I think I learned, what I picked up from comments, because I read these comments, and I got a lot of information from painters saying okay, a little more paint, go a little slower, you know what I mean? Like there were all different things that were said. And it's got all this
I'm redoing that last room in my house. That's what that thing is. By the time I'm finished, I'm almost finished, and I know all the mistakes that I
There you go.
That
So
I
right away you want
could
to
have
jump
done it
on that.
right, and I don't want to do the whole room over.
So
So
I'm gonna do this stuff and try to redeem myself.
That car's not bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's really not bad.
which car's bad?
He's
The
saying the
Swinger.
Swinger is not great. I think it looks great.
I think that Swinger looks good.
Yeah, you saw it in person, Buff.
I saw it in person, standing right there
Yeah.
tonight when it was not dark yet. It's like, man, I like this thing.
Oh, wait till you see the Duster. They do a good job on the Duster.
Polo's Garage wants you to auction the Duster off.
No.
I'm not a Duster guy. I like that. Either the Valiant or the Dart with that top.
That's one thing.
More than the Duster. You know?
Any of the cars that you see like that are all of our fleet, none of them are for sale. Like literally at any price. So it's like people are like, oh, when you're done with that, can you sell it? Oh, you should auction it. No. If it's one of our cars, no, they're not for sale. Not at any price.
Rider of a Pale Horse sent you $6.66.
Thank you, my evil
Says I
friend.
haven't forgot. Let's see. Green Duster needs a Gen 386 Hemi. Nicest car you have, but the slant stick sucks.
No. I'd rather have my knees shot out. No, never happen. Never, ever fucking happen. That car, for as long as I'm alive, that car will have a stock original slant six in it.
Should call the Duster Angel Dust. I think so.
No.
We're not doing that.
You know, I called mine because it was my least favorite car I had. It was a dustpan.
Everybody calls it
Yeah.
dustpan.
Did they? Oh, I didn't know that. I just man, it was just I had a shitty one. That's all there was to it.
This place,
Kids had had it before me. Someone put I don't remember what intake manifold the four barrel on it. Didn't run right, and it had air shocks on the back with 1,000,000 pounds of pressure. When you go down the road, it was. Somebody bought it. I was happy day of my life when that Duster went away.
Gold Coast Auction is asking me if I will let you, Uncle Tony, buy a Volare in Aspen. Will I let you? Is that how this works?
I guess.
I don't know. We don't really
Can I have your
work like
permission,
that.
What was the first year though? 76.
76 was the first year for that.
Yeah, see, 76 Volare wagon. I love that.
We're so totally maxed out with cars right now. We have way too many cars and trucks, not enough space. I mean, even if it was free, I really don't have the. No, we just don't have it. Maybe Buff, you want?
If
I
another
have-
car was, it would be a 67B body
It would be
or a
67
70
Plymouth.
GTX.
I got space, but right now it's all outside. But, you know,
I prefer the 66
66 which?
satellite, Belvedere satellite,
It's over what?
the 67.
Yeah, me too.
But the 67 GTX is one of those like dream quest.
Yeah, and
cars.
it didn't have it 66, so you
Are
gotta
you-
take the 67.
We going to the Mopar event in Bowling Green?
The jury is still out on that. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, if they're even going to have that event.
I think they are.
I think they may be. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on.
There's a bunch of the other event, the LS Fest. There was a bunch of. It was difficult to get in. You had to buy your tickets online, and
Yeah.
there were sections you had to wear a mask in, and it was only a certain number of people were allowed to go. So we don't know what's going on with
Well, that's
those.
the deal breaker for me. I mean, if
More
they're going to have
party.
that event in my driveway and I had to wear a mask, I ain't going.
We are going to Lebanon.
Unless they
The
want to try to make me
26th.
put a fucking mask on.
It's outside.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to make you put a mask on.
Make some UTG mask.
No.
Have UTG in a finger.
No.
Big hole right here so you can breathe. Yeah, I know.
Do we have neighbor problems because of your collection?
No, not at all.
No, nobody bothers us. We're actually good neighbors.
For the most part, yeah.
We don't make a lot of noise or anything.
Since, yeah, I mean, well, we have, in the past, we have, you know, like, we've made a lot of noise in the past.
In New York,
Yeah.
not here.
We used to roll a fuel car out in the
In New
driveway
York,
and
we
light
made
it
a
up
lot
every
of
once in a
noise.
while.
Yeah. But it's New York, so you can do that. Let's see.
I just never spent.
Yeah, check
much
out Joe
time there.
Wilburn's channel. Let's see. Can a small block Mopar hold as much power as a 440? I hear 440 struggle at 650 to 700 horsepower.
Stock blocks are about the same, but It really depends on how much detonation the motor sees. Detonation is what kills blocks. So at the like the horsepower is an arbitrary number. You could put 2,000 horsepower through a block, and as long as it doesn't see detonation, the block is fine. The block is going to hold it. It just so happens that the higher the horsepower number you get, the closer you get to detonation or sustained detonation cycles, and you don't always hear it, right? So that's kind of where that thing comes from. There's no real number, because back in the day, if you look at like fuel cars from the 1860s, they were putting 1,800, 2,000 horsepower through stock 426 heavy blocks, and they were the street heavy blocks with the thin, mean saddles. They ran them fat enough to keep them out of detonation.
Find Monster Rust. I'm gonna get the computer.
Okay.
Monster what?
Monster Rust.
They ran them fat enough to keep them out of detonation, and so the blocks would live. You know, so there's no real. It's not a horsepower number. It's a situational number. Uh-oh. See, now I don't have any questions. We don't have any questions.
You don't have any questions?
No.
Just I'll see if I can come up with a question.
All right, go ahead.
I can't think of one right now.
Make
Okay,
one
tell
up.
me something. There's something I want to know from earlier, but it's not really on the subject we're on. But gassers, I know what gassers look like.
Sure.
But is that like a class, or are there rules, or is it just kind of you do what you want to get the weight in the back and and tell me about it?
Today it's a free-form thing. It's a style, right? But it comes from the gas classes that were like, you know, drag racing and stock, super stock, right? Gas was one of the classes, and it ran on a weight per cubic inch standard. So like stock and super stock are on horsepower per cubic inch. Okay, so if a car is rated at 300 horsepower at 10 pounds per cubic inch, it's got to weigh 3,000 pounds. Gas is rated by cubic inch to weight. So if an engine is 300 cubic inches, and it's 10 pounds per cubic inch, the car has to weigh 3,000 pounds.
So that could be a lot more fun.
Oh yeah, it was a great, you know, but what people think of today as gassers aren't really like gassers. Like for instance, the vast majority of gassers didn't have straight front axles.
Well, see, that's what I always see, the straight front.
That's what you see, because that's the cliche thing. But the 75% of the gassers back in the day had regular independent front suspensions. Or, you know, if they were a later model car, they had it. Or if they were like from the 1930s or so, they'd had tube axles, they would still have the tube axles. But that situation where you'd have a 55 Chevy with a straight front axle and all of that was actually very rare.
Yeah.
Not rare, I wouldn't say rare, but it wasn't the norm. Most of them had, in fact, the big thing back then was ball joint extenders. So you could get the height, you know.
You get the weight back.
To get the weight back to make those cars.
And then also you can move the engine back?
You move the engine back 10% of the wheelbase.
Okay.
So if it's, let's just say 100-inch wheelbase, you can move the motor back 10 inches. Okay?
But you were limited on
And the other thing about gassers is that everybody they think the gassers have a huge motor in it, right? But the vast majority of gassers had engines around 300 cubic inches because they ran on a weight to cubic inch.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
it didn't matter what you could
like an A gas car probably weigh 3,000 pounds and have like a 350 inch engine, 340 inch engine. C gas, you get down to like C gas. You're talking about engines in the 280 inch range. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
But people think that now you had the supercharged gases, double A, double B, double C. They ran on a different standard.
Right.
That's another thing too. Back in those days, the only gases you would ever find with an automatic transmission were the blown cars, because they were the only ones that had the torque to get it off the starting line.
See, I remember these cars, I see the Ford Falcon from the 60s. This was back in the late 60s. Early 60s Ford Falcon with a tube axle, you know, that kind of thing. And I assume they had small Fords.
No, people did it, but for the most part, there was no rule or anything like that, or any real advantage.
Yeah, I remember 55, 56 Chevys that looked like that too.
Yeah. It was more of a style thing.
What, yeah, that's what I think some of it was. What was I looking for, Kathy?
Monster Rust?
Yeah, Monster Rust. How we doing?
I'm doing okay. I can read the comments now over here. I got the laptop.
Oh, here we go. Man, came right up this time.
Did it? Playing with horsepower says thank you, man. Appreciate that like crazy.
What was that?
Playing with horsepower says thank you. Appreciate that like crazy.
That's Monster Rust.
This is Monster Rust?
He's got a 58 Chevy there. He
Oh, I like that. That's a nice car.
I like 58s.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
do I.
one year body style. I really like them.
See, I don't like 57s. I actually dislike 57s.
55 through 7 Chevys, I'm so sick of them. I hope I never see
Well, I
them.
love the 55s.
I don't like any of them.
55s are beautiful. I'm on the fence with 56s. I dislike 57s. But I do like 58s.
Yeah, he's got 58 and he's got a Packard there. Packard. Big, massive Packard. I don't know. So what are we doing here? Just
I don't know.
this
We're
channel?
just checking out his channel.
Yeah.
Monster Rust. You guys
Well, this
go
is a
check
whole
it
lot
out.
better than going down the road looking at a dashboard.
Be kind. That was the guy's first
Okay.
attempt at a video. No,
First attempt at a video, maybe it was good. Maybe
You
we
should
just-
see our
we weren't
first
listening.
attempt.
We weren't listening. We were only watching.
Just,
I know
Our
I've
first
given-
attempt at a video was
I've given
horrendous.
people a hard time sometimes when I shouldn't have. Including,
someday we'll show our first attempted video.
No, I
You wanna-
deleted it. You made
deleted
me.
it? I mean,
Yeah.
you deleted it. Good.
Yeah, it was terrible.
including your troll.
Terrible.
I gave him enough shit last week that you gave him a hard time, so I decided I had to lay off.
No, I didn't give you a hard time, did I?
Yeah.
Why? What did I do?
Well, I don't want to say it again because you told me not to. You told me I'm not going to go there.
I'm sorry, Bob.
No, and I've watched a few of his videos. He's got some valid points, and he's. I understand what he's about until he starts badmouthing you, and it's like, why? You know, I don't get it. He's your troll.
He's my troll.
He's your troll.
But you gotta realize, I was raised by trolls.
Oh,
I was
stop,
trolled by my
please.
entire ancestry. So it's
You know,
like,
if you're not trolled,
Italian families.
yeah.
that's what's wrong with a lot of these younger people. They're not trolled enough. They haven't been smacked in the face with a fist a few times when they're young, you know?
People are like, I'll say something that'll get under his skin. And I'm like, really, Mom?
In New York, we go over the line. Did somebody smack you in the face with their fist and knock you silly and you
Oh,
get in a
yeah, of
fight?
course.
Yeah, I mean that's how it was when I was a kid. Now these guys, hey, these guys come in to work when I was working. I'm retired now, but I'd be training them in there. They're about as untough as it gets.
You're not really retired now, man. You're part of the UTG machine.
Yeah, and I could, yeah, and if the right job comes up, I'd probably snap it up. But, I mean, the money was nice, and now it's like Social Security. Whoa. But it is kind of nice. I get up when I want, go to bed when I want. If I work all night on something, I do it.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, because you're employed by yourself.
I'm employed by YouTube.
Team Tang.
Yeah.
No Tang tonight, Tony?
No Tang tonight.
Just coffee.
Just the
Okay.
coffee.
Tang.
Yeah. He had that with his tortellini.
I had tortellini
He
tonight.
had tortellini, yeah. Let's see.
It's a big B on there.
Everybody in Staten Island grew up under a bridge, the Verrazano. That's right, we're all trolls.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Group
First
in
time
the
I went across
Verrazano.
that, I had to pay, and it was...
You had to pay?
It's expensive. And it's a shitty bridge and the lights didn't work and I'm like, they gotta pay me to go across this thing. Oh, it was a miserable winter night, snowflakes this big and I couldn't see. Man.
I've only gotten like 3 speeding tickets in my whole life. Right?
How many?
Speeding tickets?
Yeah,
Like 3 of them.
just 3.
Oh, I had,
Why? I've had more than 3 speeding tickets?
when I was in my 20s,
Just 3?
Speeding tickets?
Yeah, you got more than 3, Tony.
Not that I can throw. Am I a fast
In your
driver?
whole life? In your whole life?
In my whole life,
You've
yeah.
gotten more
I
than
couldn't
3.
count them.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got the one I was gonna talk about.
Fresh Kills is in Staten Island. Yes.
I got the one I was about to talk about. I got one in Virginia, in Monte SS, going 85 in a 55.
Yeah.
I got
Off. All right, we're live again. Are we back, guys?
God, we're talking all that, we weren't there.
But I think you're mischaracterizing me. I spent decades on the interstates, zigzagging all over the country. I never got tickets.
Well, they didn't hear me because we were off.
Oh,
They didn't get everything I said.
I had too many tickets and then when 55 came along, that's horrible.
But we're talking about the Verrazano Bridge.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I got a ticket going over the Verrazano Bridge. It was in a coronet wagon that I had swapped a 360 into. Okay, it was a taxi cab. This was a cab, the New York City Gypsy cab. The front of it, I let somebody else drive the car. He hit a pole. This was during the dead of winter. He slid in the ice, hit a pole, and caved in the front. All right? This is actually it's bottle rocket. The same exact body,
So
same
now
car,
it's
but as a
noticeable.
wagon.
Now it's
So
noticeable.
the nose of it is in like this, right? At the same time, about that same time, the gas tank strap rotted. So the gas tank fell out of the car. So, and then a torsion bar, all right? So, but this car's in constant service because it's a gypsy cab. So this is like New York City in the late 70s. It's still a free-for-all, okay? So I got a call. I got to pick up a customer, a ride on Staten Island and bring him out to Kennedy Airport. Going over the Verrazano Bridge. So I'm in a 70 Coronet, right? No exhaust. 5-gallon pickle pail full of gasoline in the garden hose running out of it. Plumbed into the regular fuel line. Broken torsion bar, so I got a 2x4 holding the lower control arm in place. And headlights that are going like this. In an ice storm. And they got me going 104 miles an hour over the bridge.
You know what you say to the judge.
Yeah, you don't drive fast.
You go, you know what?
I was a teenager.
That's
Oh.
impossible.
You
Look
drove
at this
fast
car.
the whole time we were young. You drove fast. Everything was life and death. You drove fast the whole time. So don't lie.
Do you know what cured me of that? I got a pilot's license, and then I was allowed to go up there and scare the shit out of myself. And there were a couple of, oh shit, I almost ate it. But there's no cops up there, so you can fly upside down, go straight up and straight down, go stupid fast, and all that kind of stuff. And I just quit doing it in cars. Well, there are times I got an airplane, I get out of an airplane, and my heart's like, you know, like, because I almost ate it, you know. Oh,
Can you
God.
give Big Truck TV a shout out?
Big Truck TV? Of course I can.
What is Big Truck TV?
I have no idea what Big Truck TV is. Maybe if Uncle Cat, oh, you got your phone back?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
said
do this.
Hey, you know what? The picture on here is really terrible. I'm looking on the computer and watching it.
Why?
It's not
Well, you
good.
look like you have a phone.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
know.
know, if you're
not
here and
good.
you've got your connection there and everything, can you use a different camera? Or that doesn't matter, it's the feed.
I can hook for 4,500.
Nice.
Nice. Rude Mopar dude sent you $9.99.
Thank you.
Uncle Tony, I've got a few videos of my projects posted, but nobody views them, so I kind of quit posting. Can I get some love?
Yes, you can. Rude Mopar Dude.
Go check out
his
Rude
channel.
Mopar Dude.
Rude Mopar Dude.
Root Mopar dude, is that what we're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what he's got up there. He's working on it.
Okay. Something's going on with the feed, the stream. I don't know what it is.
Here it is.
What's that?
Oh, no,
Dude,
that's
DJ,
something
no,
else.
it's not.
No. Well, it said,
Good night, Ted Lane. I'm not breaking YouTube, the Kickendell. It's not me. I'm the one that keeps the YouTube running.
You do keep YouTube running.
I do keep YouTube running. Too much metal in that garage, including the plate in UT's head. Ha!
I don't know how I don't have a plate in my head.
Tony, can I ask about my Winnebago 443 motor?
Sure, what about it?
I don't know. Yeah, you can ask Andrew. Joseph has 2 plates in his head. Wow, Joseph.
Nice. I'm still working on my first.
UTG makes the world go round. Thank you, Caleb. But I don't know if that's true.
No, it's true.
I can't find
I don't think it's true.
Yeah, it is. If we stop, we're the last thread of true American fabric holding, you know, what's left of the country together.
We
I
are.
feel like I want to restart the stream with the camera that hooks up to the computer. I think it's better.
We were into it for too long now to restart it.
Only an hour. Just an hour.
Yeah, I don't want to restart it now.
Sammy Kinman says, I have a question. My grandfather had a 1968 Charger RT, 440 sport, 4-speed, 354 gear. If my grandfather changed the valve train, can it go 150 miles per hour or more in 1968?
Probably not, no.
What engine?
Doesn't matter.
444 speed.
Yeah.
68 Charger? Oh.
No. At about 120, the car would become really light.
What do they do?
Yeah. Yeah, even if it had the power to go 150, which it didn't, the car would start to get really, really light, which is why they started with the aero cars. You know, the flush mounted back window and the flush mounted grille, because the high-speed aerodynamics on those Chargers are terrible.
I've only had a few cars up like near that, and it's always the same thing. It starts getting like,
Yep.
oh, I don't want to be here. Slow down.
Stephen Koch says, I've got a burning desire to have a go at building an electric drag car. Oh wait, I just lost it. Yeah, my phone is going off like crazy. Somebody's messaging me. I don't know what's happening right now. Spamming chat. No, you're not spamming chat. Hang on 1 second. Let me find that question. Electric car. Oh, it slipped away from me. Is it cool or not? That's what he wants to know. What's your opinion?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about that.
Ask Garlitz if he thinks it's cool. Those are for
Andrew, what's your winner bagel question? What's the question exactly? Because I'm looking for it, but
on each
I don't
coil.
see it.
Well,
So then it's not just adding pressure. Now I think I get it. It's adding, dampens it because they're not all
there
the
is.
same.
See the flat one. The flat one is a damper.
Yeah.
The other one's a springs.
Oh, okay. He says, I just bought a 73 Winnebago. Stumbles at highway speeds. It runs fine. Runs fine in town. And he thought it's a 440.
I mean, it's either going to be fuel starvation or it's going to be, because fuel starvation, you'll see it's steady throttle, highway speed, or possibly a restricted exhaust.
Okay. Hope that helps. Let's see.
I fixed a lot of cars that started stumbling at freeway speeds. This fuel filter, but he said he already took care of it.
There's a lot of different things it can be. It can be
I'm
a
just
slight,
saying it happened a lot.
could be a slight air leak in the suction side of the fuel system.
Yes.
That's very common. Get clogged sock in the tank.
Sly
I know what you're
Lola. Sorry. You continuing?
Okay.
Okay. Sly Sasquatch says, a little off topic, but has working on cars for so many years taken a toll on your hands and body. Do you wish you'd done anything different like gloves or knee pads?
No. If I had, yeah, I mean, right, it's all, and, yeah, I'm a mess, right? But if I had done soft, I would have ended up soft. Does that make any sense? So I always went hard, always dove into it, and I keep doing the same thing.
You're rugged,
I'm rugged.
like an American.
Look, I tell you what, your body, it's like American, exactly. I'm not like one of these commies.
You're a rugged
right?
American.
Yeah. Well, think of it this way, right? Your body is exactly like an engine. If you want it to run hard, you got to break it in hard, and that's, it works.
Original Part 2 says, Buff gave up pretty quick on the search for my channel.
Yeah, I did, because I get everything except, and this is not a good search machine. If I had a laptop,
A lot of these smaller channels are very hard to
Yeah,
find.
they don't come up for some
They don't
reason.
come up on searches.
maybe that's why, because all the keywords come up, but it's not his channel,
How come the engine behind you has been sitting for so long?
Because we haven't gotten to that yet. We're working through the simplest
What
stuff
motor's
first.
behind you?
Is this clipped all, or is it something else?
They were painted in this orange when I picked them up.
Okay.
I have no idea what it is.
It looks like Cliptol, but I haven't seen it in so long.
It's like Cliptol.
And I know you use Rust-Oleum.
I use Rust-Oleum. No, they painted it inside. I have no idea what it's painted in. But they'll get blasted when I'm ready to use them.
Cat.
I hear it.
The motor behind me is is, this one over here is a stroker for this car.
Oh,
This
but
car's got a
Fubar linked
400 in
it.
it.
Fubar linked his channel. Read more parts of it. Yes,
Hey,
the
you look
soda.
like my cat.
So I've got all the bits and pieces for that motor, but just, it's not time to put it together
Yes,
yet.
the soda.
And this
Yeah.
is for, this is gonna be an injected nitro motor for the Belvedere we have in the backyard. But we're not there yet, we're still working through these other projects first. We have enough projects and material laying around here to keep this channel active for the next 10 years.
Do you watch Dylan McCool or Turning Rust Restored or Junkyard Digs?
Junkyard Digs, yeah, absolutely. In fact, yeah, we got the idea for the Gamble 500 car from Junkyard Digs. And I've talked to him on the phone a couple of times, a real nice guy, real straight shooter, good guy.
Dog's going
It
crazy.
is.
Yeah.
We
Did you
have
find
way
it?
too much going on, need metal. What is that noise?
What is that?
Rude Mopar dude. And somebody texting me at the same time.
Oh, it's a freeze plug.
Yeah.
Well, now, if you guys want to see a very interesting video of a freeze plug, piss and antifreeze, well, there you go. Rude Mopar Dude's channel. Is that the only video he's got? Was that
No,
the
it's-
entirety of his video?
What is he looking at?
The cat sounds like the cat on South Park.
Oh my god.
He never shuts up. Let's see.
No, that's something else.
You know what we should do?
What?
Yeah, it's just like a tea kettle whistling as it.
We should do a channel review.
He's saying laugh out loud, there's more. Rude
Well,
Mopar
let's see,
Dude is
there's
saying there's more
probably-
than that.
Restoring old rallies, is that his? Yes. I just gotta. Oh my god. Too many commercials!
It's not a
He's gonna make
commercial.
money.
What is that? Oh,
No, that's his video.
that is his video.
It's on TikTok.
Why? I don't know.
Well, how long was that video?
Now we're seeing it. I don't want to do reviews on these unless I got a laptop in front of me. And I turn the sound up and I don't
Rally
see.
around.
I don't hear any sound.
How to mount tires by hand. 2.9 million views. Bro, you got a video with 2.9 million views?
Is it his video?
I don't know.
I have one with 4.5, but
Oh,
you know,
brother.
that,
Can you give Old Crony's Garage a shout out?
No, that's not. That's
of
not.
course,
his.
Old
That's not
Tony's
his.
Garage. I want to know why Rude Mopar just got a video with 2.9 million
No,
views.
that
He's looking for a shout out.
That wasn't him.
Wasn't him.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh, sorry.
No, this one has 14. He has 14 subscribers.
He says that's not him, the one with 2.4 million
Yeah,
views.
yeah.
Well, you got to hear. Now he has 15 subscribers.
Well, you subscribing yet?
no, you just subscribed to him.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I know. I'm subscribed to him. Now what?
Yamaha Guy 17 says, just popping in to say hi. I'm at Rocky Mountain Drag Week. They're prepping the track, so I have nothing to do.
What's going on, Rocky Mountain?
No,
No.
it's Yamaha Guy 17.
Yamaha guy.
He's at
Excellent.
Rocky Mountain Drag Week.
Oh, this is him too. I think with the valve on a drill.
Oh, that's cool. I don't want to see his feet. Why am I looking at?
I know.
That's
He has
rude.
pictures of his feet and
That's
toenails.
fucking rude.
Toenails.
I don't want to see a guy's feet.
Rude. Well, he's called
He got-
Rude
he
Mopar,
got
dude.
one-
Well, that's true.
He's got 16 subscribers now, so he's picked up 2 since he sent this. And a,
Did somebody just get beamed with a firecracker?
I guess I don't know. I don't necessarily want to watch it.
Bernie 2020 says, what do you think of the Ebrach AVS2 carbs? My dilemma now is I can't get the nozzle kit because of COVID.
What? Yeah, everything I do. I call customer service for anything, and they can't give me anybody because of COVID. What?
Yeah,
I mean, it's.
What do you think of the AVS2 carbs?
they're fine. They're good carburetors. I prefer, my personal preference is the AFB style, but the AVS is great.
Tell me about an ABS. I've had AFBs, but I've never had an ABS, and I don't know. I hear this, but I don't know what it is.
An air valve secondary. There should be
It's like a quadrijet.
similar to a quadrijet.
Because it's the quadrijet has that big air valve on
Where you going, Tony?
Getting involved for AVS.
Oh, okay.
So he
I
can
wanted
see.
to hold, he wanted me to hold something, so I guess I'm gonna hold an ABS.
Yeah. This is just pieced together.
Thanks, Rider of
But
Pale Horse.
that's
Yes, we
just
broke
the air valve.
150,000
AVS
subscribers.
stands for air valve secondary.
It's similar to a bar pit, is that it blocks this until it gets rich enough.
Right, where the AFB has a plate down lower that has weights on it.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you thank everybody for 150,000 subscribers?
yes, you need to name them all.
Every single one.
Every single one
I
of them.
can't read
You were supposed to keep
150,000.
track of them.
Yeah, they're all on our
I
list.
saw you had 150.
150,000.
One.
Did you get 100,000 plaque from,
Yeah, we got that.
really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's what you hang up there where the,
Thank you so
Yeah,
much, guys, for
pictures.
We
subscribing.
got that. Yes, thank you everybody who subscribed. Everybody
We
who
really
super
appreciate it.
chat.
You
Yeah,
have no
really.
idea.
meow. Got a cat.
Let's see. Any idea what compression is with top fuelers?
Static compression is like 6 to 1.
Oh, it's because you got so much boost.
You got so much liquid. Liquid. Nitro.
So you don't have enough room? What the hell?
Well, first off, you don't need a lot of compression because of the expansion rate of the fuel. But
Okay.
there's so much actual liquid. I mean, like, take this coffee cup,
So
right?
it's really fat.
And jam it into the cylinder, right, along with the piston, and what's your actual crank and compression ratio?
Oh, it's really high
Right,
because the liquid doesn't compress.
yeah.
Well,
The amount of fuel
So
going into the
it's-
cylinder, if
it's
you were to
like-
take your garden hose and point it down this port right here,
so it's got to run really fat.
extremely fat.
They're asking if you can do car channel reviews.
I'd like to. I think we can have fun with that.
You think so? I don't know if we're in any kind of state to review another channel. We don't make such great
It's
videos.
questionable, it's questionable, but you know what?
So what happens when you see
No,
one?
Review our stuff.
I have no problem with that.
We
We
do
do
every
that all the
night.
time.
We
We
do
Me
every
too.
night.
have a whole channel dedicated to
Come here.
that's DeSoto.
Dicky
Oh,
Foley says,
that's such a good name.
I was part of the UTG crew before 100,000 plus subscribers. Thank you, Dicky. Whoa, the cat's moving the camera.
Cat's in charge. Cat won't come to me.
Let's see.
Cat's like, I want to come to you, but
I know.
I don't know who you are. I think I'll walk away.
Joan Wilburn bought an engine for the Dart Sport yesterday. It will be a surprise. Awesome.
Nice, congratulations.
Brian Brinker says Mo Party is this coming weekend. Is it this weekend?
I don't think it's this coming weekend, it's next weekend.
It's what?
Are you sure?
The Mo Party
Oh,
at Bowling Green.
No, it's this weekend.
it's coming
You
weekend.
sure it's this
Yeah,
coming
it's
weekend?
this weekend. And the next weekend after that is the Mopar show in Lebanon that we're
Oh,
going
that's
to.
right.
It's on the 26th.
That's right. I gotta get together with Kiwi
Yeah, when we doing that?
tomorrow. I'll call him tomorrow.
We're so busy.
We're very busy.
It's crazy.
Events.
I smell skunk.
So do I.
Yeah, you want to check the chickens? I'm a little nervous.
Well, you think the skunk got
No,
to the
there's a
chickens?
skunk we think that lives under the shed.
If there was a skunk in the yard, the dogs would have gone berserk.
They are going berserk. Didn't you hear them
They
barking?
are.
They're fine.
They were.
No, if there was a skunk,
But do you smell skunk?
it's a former skunk. Yeah, they scared the skunk and it ran.
I have a skunk that comes up on my porch and eats little cat food and leaves, and he's all white, no black stripe.
Good.
Cool
You got
looking,
the albino skunk.
really cool looking skunk.
Does he have pink eyes?
You know, I don't know. He doesn't ever spray.
Maybe
Can I
it's a-
check the chickens?
Maybe it's a ghost.
Check the chickens.
Yeah, I
a
want to check the
stark
chickens.
ghost.
You
All right,
want to
I'll
read
check.
from
I'll
you?
check. I'll check.
You gonna check
I'm
them?
gonna check the chicken.
Close up their hatch. Please. Thank you. All right, Uncle Tony's gonna take care of the chickens. Let's see. Hey, Uncle Tony and Uncle Kathy. What's up, Richard Johnson? You sure that's a skunk? You know, I think that we've been having, like, because we smelled it in the backyard, like, last week. And every time the dogs go out, they run to the shed. And under the shed, like, they'll bark and try and scratch and dig to get underneath it. So we think that they're living under there. And, like, I kind of smelled it. But we don't know. Tony's running to save the chickens, and the cat just hit the camera again. Probably a possum. I don't know, I hope it's not a possum. It'll kill the chickens.
The possums will?
Yep,
Really?
yep.
My possums are really
Okay,
quiet.
all is well
All is well?
in Chicken Walker Ranch, yes,
All right, good.
Chicken Walker Ranch.
yes.
Skunk Defense Fund. John Wilburn sent $3.11. Thank you, John.
Right,
Skunked up fence fund.
why is the phone pointed at me?
Because
the
I
cat-
was interesting. The cat went over there and
I
decided.
don't want to be in the spotlight.
The cat went over there and decided to point it toward me.
The cat keeps knocking the tripod.
Look, see, not only is it a main bearing,
No,
Joe,
no.
but it's also a cup holder.
You know what I tried to do? Same thing you tried to do. Except it went all the way to the bottom.
Well, you don't have the technology.
I have a.
You have to use a small block for that. You can't use a heavy.
Yeah, I can't. I'll make a note of that. You can't put a 24-ounce Diet Coke bottle down a Hemi main bearing.
Jody Knobs wants to know how long does it take Buff to get to UTG headquarters?
From where I live?
Yeah.
Oh God, it took about an hour and 45 minutes.
Wow. Why did that take so long?
2 reasons. I got slightly lost because when I got off the freeway at exit 78,
Yeah.
it's like 4 or 5 lanes wide. And the first thing you have to do is make a left turn. There's like 10,000 cars. I couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
So I went straight, and then I saw McDonald's, so I stopped and I bought this food, and then I came back. So that, and
Okay, so
McDonald's,
it didn't take you an hour and 45 minutes.
so McDonald's took, it was quick. It took about 2 minutes. I left at 17 minutes after, and I got here at right on the hour. So it was not quite hour and 45 minutes. And 2 minutes was in McDonald's, and maybe another minute because I couldn't make a left turn. So, hour and 40 minutes.
Cuda.
And I was going about 80 all the way down here.
Wow.
A lot of cars passing me though. Man, I was one of the slowest ones out there.
Do you know what that thing is?
What thing?
Next to the,
This is a bar.
no, that thing.
This?
Yeah,
Don't know.
it's an oil filter.
What's
Hey
that?
Tony, here, look at this 340 Cuda.
I guess my friend Carl was watching this. You know how I know? Because he just texted me some information about an ABS.
Donna, this is Donna Trago's Cuda.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice. She sent me a few pictures of, she's got 4 cars. And she asked me to show them to you. Okay. It's loading slow. What's going on here?
All right, well, show me pictures later, but
Yeah,
yeah,
well.
the hood is beautiful. Who's that?
Donna Trago.
Donna Trago. Donna, you got awesome taste in cars.
You know who you, I'm thinking about this picture. And send it to the individual that's the furthest from here. Which means,
Wait,
you
what?
have to do some measurements around the earth, probably to New Zealand or
Oh,
Australia.
you
or
mean to
something.
the, like a long distance award?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
What is it? What?
He's saying award the picture to the viewer who's furthest from us.
The furthest from us?
Yeah.
Which would probably be in
Which, the
Australia.
painting?
Yeah.
Do you know how much that would be to ship?
Buffalo's gonna ship it.
Oh, Buffy's shipping it?
You know, shipping got expensive, didn't it? What
Shipping's
happened?
gotten crazy.
The shipping is insane.
What happened? Man.
We got out of the parts business just in time because shipping was about to crush it.
Let's see. Joe Milburn says I'm stealing that painting.
Bro, do it. Do
Do
it.
it?
I sleep, I'm totally sound. Throw the dogs like a treat or something. I'm keeping
No.
my iPod, you're in and out. Boom, boom, done.
John, call here with a New Zealand phone number, so we know you're there.
Jake Borg wants to know, what can you tell me about those dual life distributors? I just picked one up for $4.40 from Carlisle for $5. Trash or treasure?
I mean, they're not really useful unless you're seeing like extended periods of time over like 8,000 RPM. They really don't do
What
very
kind of
much.
light?
Or Presto light.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I actually, my friend Jim just gave me one the other day for a small block. I'm a Presto light once. It's for a 273. And I may or may not use it just because, right? But there's really no big advantage to them.
You ever have a Unilight?
I've never had one. I've put it in.
I had one, and I bought the whole distributor. No problems. It's really.
Oh, I've installed them in
Quite
people's
nice.
cars over the years. Tons of them. I've never owned one myself.
I kind of moved away from points, and when I did, it was that
What?
and what? You
But
want me to
people
shut
see
up?
everything.
What are they saying?
What's up with the billy club and the steering wheel on the wall behind you?
Oh God, that's not a Billy Club.
You mean like my tomato plant that was a pot plant?
It's a Slate 6 alternator, Brian. And those are 273 timing tabs.
Wait, I can't see it. I gotta move the camera. All right, there you go.
Okay?
Yeah.
Billy Club. What is it?
Two people that try and come and steal the painting.
What is it?
It's an alternator backup for a Slate 6.
Too funny.
I think it's a billy club.
Yeah.
Do cops even carry billy clubs anymore?
I don't know. I think
they
so.
do. I don't think they're allowed to defend themselves anymore.
They should have flamethrowers if you ask me.
Danny Boyd wants to know: have you ever rewired a house?
No. No, keep me away from AC electric, man.
I wired a little house, like
Too
a little
funny.
cabin,
Did you?
painted up. I bought a book, like one of those yellow books. It's for dummies.
Yeah.
You know, like wiring for dummies or something. I got it done. I didn't get shot from anything.
What's up with the wall being painted white? You know, the wall needs to be painted. We just have to move everything out of the garage to do it. Do you want to come help?
You got some good stuff back here.
See,
Fire extinguisher, man.
Well, you've been on fire as many times as I have. You keep one handy.
You ever use one of those big CO2 fire extinguishers?
Wendy English
Oh,
wants to see the Super Bee behind you.
I have a super.
Super Bee.
Yeah.
Oh, the logo
Yeah.
on the wall.
You're not getting it?
You can see it. It's the same when you're
You can
buying the
see
stores.
it.
They got them on eBay.
Sorry, Wendy. Yeah, I think you can get those at like Hobby Lobby too.
Yeah, Hobby
right?
Lobby's got them.
Let's see. What would compression be a boost then for top fuel? Wayne Ferguson wants to know.
I couldn't give you an accurate number. I have no idea. You talk about the dynamic compression ratio of a running fuel motor under boost. I couldn't even guess at that. I don't think anybody really could.
Ryan Fry wants to know, why is everything that is performance oriented for an A body more expensive? Example: A body 833 and A body 8 3/4, etc. Been a Mopar guy for about a year now. Amazing community. It ain't easy. Still love it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the bargains are where you find them. Like, I just picked up an A-body 833 about 3 weeks ago. I paid $75 for it. And it was missing one of the shift forks, and it had been open to the elements for a while. So I pulled it apart, I cleaned everything up, soaked everything down, got a shift fork for it, put it together, and it's fine. It's the one we're going to use in the Game 500 build. And so I mean, the bargains are out there. You just got to really shake the trees to find them. And sometimes you got to pick up on the things that nobody else wants.
Cousin Sean says, any pointers on using a wide band air fuel meter and tuning a carbureted motor?
I don't use them myself. Not that I have anything against them. It's just I've been doing it so long my way that I haven't. But if you go to Thunderhead 289, he has a couple of videos on, he gets really in depth with his explanations and stuff. He has a couple of videos on tuning with an air fuel ratio meter. So, I mean, I will eventually get one. I'll have to break down and get one, but I don't feel compelled to because I get good results reading plugs in my nose and the seat of my pants.
That's a channel I have to watch more.
Thunderhead 289.
I forget. Well, there's so much.
Yeah.
What's in your blue cabinet?
Bolts and nuts, bolts, trinkets.
Nuts, bolts, trinkets?
Yeah.
You should do a tour of the garage one day.
Well, I mean,
How you organize stuff?
it's all pretty. I mean, it's all pretty self-explanatory, I guess.
Let's see.
Matthew Kemper. He says, tell Kathy and UT that I love their videos. He was on earlier, but he can't
Oh.
stay
Oh,
on. He
okay.
can't stay on for some reason. I
Awesome.
don't know what.
Thank
But he
you.
takes me
Too intense for him.
too intense.
Too intense.
He's probably doing.
Husky 101 says, what do you do when you lose motivation on your project, and how do you find your motivation again?
I move on to a different project. I have,
Yeah, take a break.
yeah, I'm gonna take a break from it, walk away, but when I lose motivation on one project, I move on to a different project. And then sometimes you have to look at a project and say, well, do I really want this car the way I want it to be? Did I make a mistake here? So sometimes you actually have to regroup. You envision your project one way and it's not going that way, or your taste change, or your mind changes, or you see something else that grabs your attention. So sometimes you need to just stop, regroup, and figure out if that's really what you want to do. Because if you don't have motivation, it means that nothing's driving you to do it anymore. Find that thing.
Danny Boyd says, Tony, I was reading a nitrous article in Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords,
Okay.
and an article about nitrous. It said that if we didn't do whatever, that we would learn while we burn. Did you write that?
Not that I know of, no.
Did you
Probably not.
Write, did you write for the magazine at all?
Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords was Cars Illustrated.
Right, it became.
Cars Illustrated became Muscle
Became
Mustangs
that,
and Fast
right.
Fords. And I left CSK Publishing in 1988, just as Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords was coming out, and I went over to Harris, and I started the Street and Strip Supercar magazine and Mustang Action magazine, and then Mopar Action magazine, which is still.
Were these magazines nationwide, or were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you mean there weren't little local rags?
And they might have been kind of regional, because I just didn't.
Little regional
I didn't
rags?
see-
No, we were everywhere.
Oh, how
What was
much
it?
air in Bottle Rocket's rear shock?
Right now, there's about, I'm gonna say like this, anywhere between like 3 to 5 pounds in there. I haven't started tuning it yet. There's no sense in trying to do tuning on the car until we get some clean passes. So right now, there's just a tiny amount of air in it.
Building a Dana 60 for my Duster right now that I got from a pick and pull yard. Fell in love with Dana 60s. Why does everybody build 9 inches? Dana 60 has higher pinion placement, but just as strong.
Oh, I agree. I mean, the Dana 60 is actually stronger than a 9-inch. I prefer the 8 3/4 to both of them. But there's nothing wrong with it now.
Can you go over magnetos? I've never actually seen anyone go over them.
Wait, let me go back to that.
What?
that
Sorry.
question.
Okay.
The
Sorry. I'll
drop
read
out
that
center
again.
section rear, like the 9-inch, is favorable because you can do just that. So if you want to change the ring and pinion in a Dana 60, it's a job, right? And I mean, even right down to just getting the carrier out. If you don't have a case spreader, getting the carrier out is a bitch. So you can do a quick center section change, a quick gear change with a dropout like a 9-inch Ford or an 8 3/4, where you can't just do that with a Dana. It's a whole job, But taking that out of consideration, yeah, the Dana is the best of those rears.
So Jake is asking if you can go over magnetos.
What do you want to know about them?
Never actually seen anyone go over them before.
That's not how it works.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, I guess we could do a video on it, but all a magneto is just a self-contained ignition system. So it has a generator that makes its own spark built into the base of it. The only time a magneto is called for is when you don't carry a battery for whatever reason. A lot of types of race cars don't carry batteries, so you use a magneto because it's carrying its own source of electricity. But I mean, there's really very few places in the world to use a magneto where it's justified to use a magneto.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother,
Use them in aircraft. You know why?
Stuff going on in Pennsylvania.
what happened?
Shootout.
Commies?
Hope everybody's okay.
Shit.
Alright, a magneto is just an alternator on a shaft. Is that right?
That's one way to look at it, yeah.
Okay. Um, Back in the day, 9 inches were plentiful at the track, easy to come by, and a strong rear. 8 3/4 and 9 inches way stronger than a Dana.
That's not true.
No?
No. The Dana has more strength. Stock for stock. No, the Dana is definitely significantly stronger than either a 9 inch or an 8 3/4. The 9 inch and the 8 3/4 is toss up. You know, a lot of people will go, oh, I gotta swap my 8 3/4 and put a 9 inch in it. No, actually, the 8 3/4 for high horsepower cars, let's say back in the day, 1960s, early 1970s, the 8 3/4 was actually the rear of choice.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would you be willing to collaborate with on YouTube and what kind of video?
Yeah, well, it just depends. I don't know. Nobody in particular. Just whatever the circumstance, whatever the situation, pops up. We tried collaborating with a couple of different people. It didn't really work out very well. But that doesn't mean that I'm not open to doing other stuff in the future.
Collaboration is very difficult.
Very
That's difficult.
It's really hard. Hi from Australia. What's up, Aiden? Matt Happel from Sloppy Mechanics.
Yeah, that's great.
Did you ever get a hold of the young fella in the Monte Carlo?
The young fellow in the Monte Carlo, would that be Baron?
No, I think it's talking about the at the gas station. Remember that Monty?
Oh,
Successful?
that guy.
No, never did.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a few trials like
That Monte Carlo. Yeah,
That
new
was
one.
cool.
Well, see, I think of that as new one.
You're right. It's 30 years old, but we think of it as
Even
new.
newer one. Because, like, Baron's is an older one. Oh, yeah.
It's 35 years old. It's a new one.
Buff, don't say his name. He'll appear, John Wilburn says.
Oh, Baron?
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Baron.
No.
He's probably
He
busy.
said he's going to be on. I know what he's studying for something. I talked to him on the phone earlier. He's studying for something important he's doing in his chemical.
Scott Speechup, what's up, Jedediah?
What's
He
happening,
says,
man?
Tony and I should collab putting my pro stock Hemi back together. I promise it won't end up like that last collab build.
I don't think it could.
Nothing good.
Well, what's it going in, man? I mean, come up with the mission for it, and yeah, we could talk about that for sure.
Yeah. No, we don't have a coffee house. No.
Not anymore.
Oh, brother, that was really hard work. No.
I miss it.
No, I do not miss it. I will never have a business like that again.
So I'm lucky I never went into the restaurant business.
It's terrible. It's like the worst thing.
It's
Unless you like working like 20 hours a day nonstop every day, 7 days a week, doing the same thing every day in the same location every day.
Well,
Yeah, I can
Hello,
imagine.
what?
welcome to my world.
Well, no, I'm not
No,
trapped in
because
a
you're
building.
going from this car to that car to
Right,
paint,
yeah,
to
no,
oil
I cannot do
can
the
to
same
rear
thing
end.
like that every day. I don't know how Chinese restaurants do it. I would kill myself. There's no way. I would stick my head in the wok and I'd be done. There's no way. God
See,
bless
there's
them.
a big market for vegetarian restaurants for vegetarians, except
Yeah.
as soon as you call it a vegetarian restaurant, nobody goes there because. So I wanted to do one called Spuds and Suds, and it was all potatoes, vegetables, and beer. And
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I figured that would go. And you put it next to a laundromat. Because while people are in there, they come in and they drink the beer and eat the potatoes.
Well, that's a $1 million idea.
But I'm not gonna. I'm a mechanical car guy, grease, wrenches.
Scott Speechup says it's going to be on the dyno. I haven't found the right car for that engine yet. It's originally from a 68 Barrel Cruiser, supposedly. So, okay. I wish he was closer. Like, I wish a lot of these people were closer to us.
Yeah, see, that's the other
He's
problem.
in
too, is
Kansas.
Distance, right.
Kansas isn't that far.
It's far enough.
It's far enough. The guy that we got the GT from, he delivered it from Kansas. How long did it take him to get here?
12 hours.
12 hours? It's a drive.
I used to run back and
Well,
forth.
Kansas is a big state. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
I
I
know.
used to run back and forth between Yuma and Clarksville. It'd take me like a day and a half.
Yeah, for your home team. You
Well,
know,
that
your-
was
your
I
home
had team. That was
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Trying to keep things
Right.
going, keep the ball rolling. Yeah, I know.
So how's the duster going? How far have you got?
Dents, I've got a couple of dents. I've worked them out.
It's so cute. You circled them all.
Yeah.
Because that's how few of them there are. How many are there? 7?
7.
That's doable.
Yeah, I'm working it out now. That car being painted before you know it.
I'm
Uncle
gonna do the
Buff.
circles.
Uncle Buff, did you ever get to go up in an F-15?
No, I was on transport, C5s and a C-141, which is an older transport. Mostly C5s, big, giant airplanes. Then later on really small stuff that was unmanned airplanes. Oh, an F-15, man, that would be a ride.
How did you go on man?
Unmanned?
Yeah. Oh, you floated from the ground.
Yeah, I was on the, I actually had a design engineer side of it, so I worked in R&D and just something I did. Good money, a job.
Cool. Let's see. Hammer Time Racing says, why are my spark plugs carbon fouling? I have 68 jets in my 312 cubic inch small block Chevy. It's 10-1 with 224 at 50? Point oh
Okay.
five. Oh, camp.
While you're carbon fouling the plugs, you only got 68 jets in the primaries.
Yeah.
You got fuel getting in there some other way.
Kind of spark plugs.
I wouldn't even worry about those spark plugs. You only got 68 jets in there.
Yeah.
That's carbon fouling plugs. Pull. I'm assuming it's Holly. Pull the metering block off, primary metering block, and see if it's not warped the body of the car. We did a video about that.
Oh, so it's bypass fuel in there, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a video about that. You're probably leaking fuel through another source.
Was what Zanza to be? I think I said that right. Says Tony, I think I want to build a 273. How hard is it to find these?
They're around. I'm kind of looking, I'm half looking for a core motor now because we have a 273 and a 67 GT. And I'm half looking for a core motor. Like, I'm not actively searching for them, but when I come across one, I'm going to snag it. They're not hard to come by.
Thought I just saw one on Facebook Marketplace. Like in the last few days.
Yeah, I don't really need one right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're around.
Okay. Any interesting opinions or info on the 70 Dodge Monaco Coupe? Deciding if I want one.
70. Big car.
Aircraft
Fuselage.
carrier.
That's an aircraft carrier, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an incredible interstate cruiser.
Yep.
For sure. You know, you could take your whole, you could take everybody you know, you could probably fit in the car.
I had a 72 Polera. What a cruiser that was, you know.
Bruce W says, what's up, Bruce? Hi, Tony. Just tuned in. Can you give me an update on Bottle Rocket, Slant 6 Turbo, Duster, Hemi build, etc.? Where's our whiteboard, Tony? It's in the closet. Go get it.
Oh, it's here?
It's here. Of course it's
Bottle
here.
Rocket didn't get one last week because Uncle Kathy had a bad ankle.
I had an injury.
She had an injury, so we
I had a
couldn't
hard
make
time
it.
walking. I
But-
was limping. On crutches.
Night after next, Tuesday night, the plan is, weather, you know, of course, providing weather, we will take it up to Union Hill, make some runs with it Tuesday night.
Union Hill.
Music City, same
Music,
time.
so, okay, yeah, okay. Okay.
The turbo car is at my shop right now, and we'll be doing a video on that tomorrow. It's actually got to go back to Jim's because there were problems with it, but we'll do a video on that tomorrow. The Hemi Mitsubishi, I just got the block back. I got the block back early last week, so I got the block, crank, pistons, rods, rings, bearings. I'm still missing a few odds and ends, and I got to get together with Keeley to figure out exactly what the plan is here. What else do you ask about? That's it for right
Everything?
now. Yeah.
Vince W says 350 Chevy crate engine. Why is one exhaust valve wet looking on cylinder 6?
wet looking?
Yeah, on a crate motor. You tired, Tony? You going in?
Yeah, I am.
You're rocking and you're
I'm
yawning.
rocking and I'm yawning. I'm trying to answer this question. I have no idea what he means by that.
I don't know. Why would that be wet, a crate motor?
I don't know.
No idea.
I mean, is it that you took the head off and the valve looks wet? I don't.
Oily, he says oily.
Oily. Probably guides.
Okay.
That guy on a new motor. Man.
Would you like to race bottle rocket here in Jersey on Double Trouble Road?
I don't ever want to go to New Jersey again.
No.
I mean, yeah, the People's Republic of New Jersey, I think it's seen.
Our family lives there though. They can come visit us.
I still have family in California.
Actually, they won't let us in. We would have to be quarantined for 14 days.
Yeah, we'd have to be quarantined. I ain't going anywhere near
How
there.
they figure on doing that, I have no idea.
I still have two relatives in California. I might visit there sometimes, but
Are they commies?
one of them's my
Let's see.
My,
No politics.
stepmother. She's 80 something. And she's packing. She's a lifetime NRA member.
Nice.
And she worked at Walmart till she was 80, and some guy came out with a car when she left Walmart, some guy giving her some shit. And she had a newspaper, she kept a gun in a newspaper, moved the newspaper over, and the guy ran her.
This your mother?
This is my stepmom.
Stepmom?
She's in her 80s, and she moved that newspaper, that guy took off running. That's pretty good. Not a commie.
Not a
Vince
commie.
Rencher, he lives in Jersey. We know Vince. All right, what's going on with the Nitro Belvedere?
Nothing. At the
Somebody,
moment,
I saw
nothing.
somebody had asked in the comments about that.
About
Yeah.
The Belvedere in the yard. Not
What's
touching
going
it.
on with it?
Not touching it.
Here's block number one. Here's set of cylinder heads number one. There's valve springs right there. There's an oil pan. There's an oil pump. There's a
Well,
bunch
we
of
can't see
odds
them.
and ends.
is that what this
Yeah,
is?
it's just a pile of random heavy debris.
Heavy
But-
debris.
But nothing is going on with it right now until we get everything else under control.
Yeah, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking
it's
about
not-
a lot of
it's
money.
Not, it's not so much the money, it's the fact that it's gonna take so much time,
And a
so
lot
much
of
focus,
fabrication.
so much fabrication that I can't, to get involved in that car would mean sacrificing all of
It
the,
means that you can't do anything else.
it means I can't do
basically,
anything else,
right.
exactly. Hopefully, between now and the time that we get to actually cranking on the car, a crew will materialize, a team will materialize, and we can cover some ground. But right now, it's just me turning wrenches, and then
Right.
Buff comes out for Sunday nights,
Yeah.
shows them the lines.
Comes on
of
Tuesday
order.
nights too.
Tuesday nights, that's right.
How much is a Hemi worth these days?
All different numbers, they're all different numbers.
What's a block go for?
Which block?
426 block.
Well, I paid $400 for this one.
Yeah, but that's not normal.
Well, it had concrete in it,
Right.
Right.
That's why you paid $400
which
for
is
it.
fine, it saves me the trouble of filling it.
Right, well,
Right.
but you have a purpose for that.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't, how much would it be? What are they going
Oh,
for
I
right
don't
now?
know, probably around like $5,000.
That much?
Reason.
Four,
Just
five
for a
grand,
block? Depends on what year.
Yeah,
Depends on the year.
That's
The
a deterrent.
66s and 67s are cheaper.
yeah.
Can you still buy new
Good night, Old Cronies Garage.
aftermarket Hemi blocks?
You can. You can, but there are some people who are restoring cars and I wanna have the right year and the right everything.
Yeah, right numbers.
I've seen some people look like they're like liquidating their stuff lately. Have you noticed that?
You talking about one person in particular?
One in particular, no. I've seen multiple people on liquidation. For liquidation.
Your phone's ringing.
Have you noticed that?
Not really, so we pay closer attention to it.
I don't, like, haven't really been, but it's
Oh.
come through my newsfeed a couple times where people are like getting out of it.
Oh, it's Barry.
Oh, good. Hi, Baron.
Hey, I'm trying to get this thing going here. Something's wrong. What the heck? The light went out. Yeah, there you are. Can you see Tony?
What's,
Put on the video.
what's going on, Baron?
Hi, Baron.
Like,
Can't
we
hear him.
can't hear a word he's saying.
Something's messed up here. This is
It's all the smoke out there.
horrible.
The commies set those fires.
Oh, geez, Tony.
Well,
Apparently,
it's
there's a
true.
lot of stuff going on right now, so just
Oh,
keep
there we
quiet.
go.
Tony!
Darren, what's going on, brother man? How are you?
Bro, what's going on?
Oh, we're just doing a live here.
Hi, Baron. How are you?
What's going on? Hey, I'm about to pick up a 67 Cadillac Coupe de Ville for $1,700 in Corona, California with a 472 big block caddy motor. You think that's a good investment?
I mean, I don't see how you go wrong for $1,700, man. Is there a running car?
Yeah, for a little, the motor runs and everything. And so the guy's like, oh, I gotta get the hell out of here and everything. So I think I may buy it.
Yeah, I would be, well, I mean, I myself wouldn't be all over it, but I would encourage you to be, yeah, definitely.
You can drive it to Tennessee.
Yeah, well, that definitely. I'm definitely coming there in spring. I mean, Tony, this is my house and stuff. As you can see, this is what a chemical engineering job gets you out here.
Nice, nice.
You know what, Tony? I mean, seriously, I gotta bring my Monte Carlo down there. We gotta race bottle rocket with it. I think it'll be a fun little show. And I mean, what cooler way to show two hot rodders going at it? You know, maybe if you got some different mindsets on how we work on them or mentality. I think it'll be fun.
I'm down. I mean, you gotta come to Tennessee though. You gotta be here.
I'm coming. And don't you think I want to get out of California?
There's a lot of commies there.
There is.
I know.
There is. Get out of here. Tony is good. I mean, Buff is a good guy, man. I mean, me and Buff were good friends. Buff is a cool dude, man.
I see that. He's got your picture on his phone and everything.
That's just.
We talk. We're good friends.
Awesome. Hey,
You know?
but Don, I gotta get back to these guys. We have,
Yeah, your thing. I just want to say hi and good stuff. Keep everything up.
thank you, brother man. Good seeing
Bye,
you.
Baron.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. It's a call-in show.
Heyo says I could get a 66 block for around $4 right now. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's about right. I don't know. I feel like I've seen them for less than that.
they're around.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for a used Hemi block. What do you look for?
Cracks in the main saddles.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
And how hard are you to see? You need to magnaflux it, or
No,
what?
you can see it.
You can see it.
If you know what you're looking for, you can see it. That's the game. See, like you got cracked cylinder walls and shit. You can sleeve it. It's not a big deal, right? But the cracks in the main saddles is the deal breaker because there's no real effective way to fix
There's
it.
no way to fix it.
Let's see. Night John Boy, night Beth, night Pa. You're a vintage Mopar nut. It's funny.
What time is it?
Let's see. It's 9:07. 4K is a good deal. It's good to go, but if search for a newer Hemi block myself. Okay. Let's see. What do I need to make my 1964 regular 413 a max wedge 413? I know I need a max wedge intake and also assume I need a max wedge cylinder head and not sure what else I need.
Pistons? Really? I mean, the windows tray, pistons? You know, not much.
No?
It's all the stuff that bolts on the top.
What
How
about
good are
exhaust
those?
manifolds?
Big exhaust manifolds. The cast iron. How are those things any good?
Well, I mean, does he want to build a period correct max wedge, or does he want to
How-
build a max wedge with headers and you know what I mean?
So you're better off just with headers.
I would just put headers on it, yeah.
John Wilburn says he tried to give you a rescue call from.
That's why I was buzzing while he was on.
Yeah. He says period correct. He's trying to build a period correct.
Yeah, well then you gotta find the exhaust manifolds. I would, what year did you say the one was?
What's that?
66, did he say?
Oh,
What
I
did he
don't
say?
know. I gotta scroll back.
I would,
64.
64. How long did they make? What was the last year?
well, I mean, I would open it up to the 426 bore size, you know, that would be the first step, because the cylinder heads work better at that bore size. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, it's all the stuff you bolt up and around it, on and around it.
Barney Rose says you should do another 70s street racing episode and talk about some notable cars. I'm gonna keep spamming this till it happens. Did anybody watch the street racing episode?
I have no idea, I don't think so.
I think so. Yeah.
It didn't get many views.
No, it didn't get.
You have a
many
street
views.
racing episode.
We were talking about, we did it actually September 11th of last year.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't remember that. I was watching by then. I was watching you out in Arizona.
It didn't get any views.
I'm gonna look when I get home.
Did you think you're part of the UTG fucking machine?
Man, you know what happened? I was looking for somebody else and I found you. And
That's
I never went, well, I have gone back to see his channel a few times, but I just kind of stayed here. He's a body shop
glad
guy
to have
from
you.
Texas. You know who this guy is?
Who?
Not a fan.
He moved to Utah. He's the guy that does body work, and he's kind of a gruff guy that yells at you, you know? So I'm not sure. But I've learned a lot from him. Learned a lot of body stuff.
318 will run says, just joining. Are you taking the Econo 360 dart to the strip this year? You said maybe 14s?
I mean, yeah, seeing the pants, it feels it should run someplace like
Oh, we gotta
mid to
check
high
the
14s.
the guest monitor map.
What do you think it's going to run now at 8th mile? 7th?
No, 14 second ET is like a 9, 10.
Yeah, but you already ran. What'd you run with the bad clutch?
No, I'm talking about the daily driver out there. I haven't done the get. Okay, quarter mile wise, I mean, we'll get it to time wise. We'll get it to the track eventually. But yeah, I'm fairly confident. Seeing the pants, it feels like it's a mid to high 14-second car. It runs really good. Nothing spectacular. It just runs good. It runs about what you would expect a small block dart to run like. Gas mileage. Around town, I'm getting decent mileage. I'm getting in the neighborhood of 20, but on the highway, it's not. And that's something I got to get into. Like I can explain it. I'm still sorting through other issues, so we will eventually get to that. But I'm not getting the highway mileage out of it that I had expected, and I got to figure out why.
Okay, Alex Fitzpatrick.
Yes, Alex.
He says, I miss the history and Stripes videos. I subscribe for videos like Tales from the Nitro Crypt.
Okay.
And your philosophies and opinions. I'm kind of sad your channel is more or less just a tutorial / build show like every other channel is.
This isn't like every other channel.
I don't think they're like every other channel. I kind of try to throw philosophy into like every video.
I think we do more of that in the winter. Like right now we're trying to get
that too. Also.
hands-on work done.
Yeah.
So more of those kind of types of videos I think that Alex is talking about,
Yeah.
they get done when it starts to get really crappy out, when it's raining all the time
Right.
and when it's cold out, and then like you'll sit at the computer and you do like history videos and
Yeah.
stuff like
And
that.
I really like doing those videos too.
Right, we're gonna do more of them,
I'm a
Alex.
history buff, you know?
We're totally gonna do more of those. I think just right now it's because the weather is good.
Right, exactly.
And we're
The
trying to
weather's
like
good, we're
work
trying
on
to
as
get-
many things as we possibly can. That's why it's more build and tutorial stuff right
Yeah.
now.
So you're talking about why Chrysler did certain things.
Yeah.
Because
We'll do more of that, Alex.
like in the last couple of weeks, you did one that was explanation of why, I don't know what it was right now, why they did something.
Yeah, but Alex, like I said, I try to throw some philosophy, because to me, it's not nothing, like, okay, nuts and bolts are everywhere, right? But it's the mindset and the mentality and the history that you have to put into each, segment of a car, each segment of a build that actually makes it work, So it's like what you're talking about, I really do try to incorporate that into every video to some extent. But yeah, like Kathy says, when the weather turns shit and we really can't do anything, we'll, outside, comfortably, conveniently, we'll do more of the history stuff.
Yeah, people enjoy those videos.
Yep.
And you like doing them.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I love it.
Let's see.
You pick the topic for the next one.
Next one, which history video?
Oh, why Chrysler did something?
Don't hate me with it now. You pick the
No,
topic.
I'm asking that's what you want. Like
Well,
why
it doesn't
why
have to
the
be Chrysler.
designers did something.
It doesn't have to be Chrysler. I'm well versed in all of the manufacturers.
Thank you, LM.
You remember something? When I first got into the magazine business back in the 80s, I was the technical editor for that Pontiac,
Oh, yeah.
Muscle Car Magazine, Cars Illustrated. So I'm well versed in all of the
What was the Pontiac magazine?
high performance Pontiac.
Yeah, I probably have some of those.
Yeah, I was the tech editor.
Feast Japan says, question, I just pulled the valves out of a used cylinder head. What is the average acceptable run out allowed?
You're talking about from the seat? How much run out from the seat? No more than like 2/1000ths of an inch.
Okay. Can we mount the camera?
Now the run
Wait,
out
huh?
from the edge of
Sorry.
the valve may not necessarily be the run out of the seat. You follow me? So in other words, like if you spin the valve out and you're checking the outside face of the valve, you may have 30/1000ths of an inch run out, 50/1000ths of an inch run out. It doesn't make any difference. It's the run out at the actual seat that makes a difference, because when the valve isn't always, isn't ground all the way to the edge. So it's the run out at the seat that you're looking for, no more than a couple thousandths of an inch.
Can you please mount the camera in on the car and take us for a ride on Bottle Rocket? We're gonna get a GoPro. We're gonna get a couple GoPros actually, and we'll start doing that.
Buff was in the car. We could, he could
How
just-
was the ride, Buff?
Well, it was a short ride because we were just going across the parking lot.
Yeah.
But I thought he was just gonna drive down there and
Mm-hmm.
stopped on it. It was amazing. And then we're three of us in the car.
Yeah, there's three of us in there.
I mean, do all this to take weight out of it, put three, and me, big fat guy in there, and it's.
It was not what you expected.
No.
I keep
Right out of the hole, it just, man.
I keep telling people, Bottle Rocket is much faster than you think. It's much faster than the current numbers indicate, because we're still putting little things together, you know what I mean? We're working through bugs. It's, once it all comes together, then the car will spit out numbers, but.
Well, and I worked in R&D most of my life, so I understand that it takes a little time to get everything the way you want. And that thing is, I mean, other than the clutch, what did you say that night? You said, oh, we got the bog straightened. The bog's gone, so is the clutch.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah, you got the bog gone, and so now you mess the clutch up. But the problem with the clutch you didn't know about. The springs were not great.
Well,
So now they are.
they
So
were
now-
up to snuff until we went to the bigger carburetor. So when we went to the 850, it overpowered. It was always soft.
That's what
It
you
was always soft, right? But once we went from the 750 to the 850, it was a substantial enough hit up there that now it just ran away. And that the run that we ran the last run, which was an 886, I think it was.
With the clutch slipping all the way down.
Yeah, the clutch slipped all the way through first. I hit second, it went roar, and then when I hit third, right, I shifted third at about 100 feet before the finish line, or thereabouts, and it just ran away, like as if there was no clutch at all in the car. So I pulled my foot out of it and coasted through. So the 886 was actually only, we were under power, let's say, for 600 feet, as opposed to the whole 660. So you can't always go by the numbers. The numbers don't tell you the whole story. They will when it all comes together. It's just like people are like, well, why don't you show time slips? Because the time slips aren't relevant yet. I can't learn anything from a time slip when a clutch is slipping, or if you miss a gear, or if it doesn't hook, or whatever it happens to be. You can't learn anything yet.
Yeah.
So the time slips, I didn't even collect them until I just drive past the time car booth. Once the car gets to where it's making repeatable performance, where it's like, okay, it's not bogging, it's not slipping, it's not doing whatever a little thing it does, and the car can do the same pass 2 or 3 times in a row. That's when you take those time slips and you start scrutinizing and say, okay, we need to work on this area here, we need to work on this area here, work on this area. But where we're at right now is wide open.
Nightmare wants to know, what parameters would you consider when choosing to build a big block over a small block?
Very high horsepower, normally aspirated, I would say a big block has the edge. But there's so much available, they packaged so easily, they're so easy to work on. I've really, in recent years, I've really become a small block believer. I love the things.
What's the weight difference between like a 318, 360, and like a 383, and then an RV, like a
Yeah,
40?
a 318, 340 is 525 pounds, 360 is 550 pounds, a 383 is 625 pounds, a 440 is 670 pounds, a 426 Hemi is 750 pounds.
Why is there a difference in weight with the 360? What makes it heavier? It looks the same.
Well, they use different main saddles. They use a larger diameter main saddle. It's just
So it is different.
it carries extra 20 pounds of cast iron.
Okay.
And the block is 15 pounds heavier. The heads are 2.5 pounds each. That's 20 pounds. And
I never knew that.
yeah, little weight differences. Well, think about it. The crank is going to weigh more just because it has a larger main. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What are you sorry? You were telling me you're sorry for. Let's see. I'm looking. Give Yogurt 77 a thumbs up.
Yogurt 77.
Okay. Uncle Tony looks just like Patrick Swayze. No, he doesn't. He looks nothing like Patrick Swayze.
I think Patrick Swayze looks like Uncle Tony. All right, let's get this straight.
What is a Discord channel? Bullner's Garage. Consider creating a Discord channel for your UTG. What's Discord?
I have no idea what that means.
You know what? I don't know what it is. I will look it up. Because, that's what I do.
You research.
I research.
You're the R&D.
I'm the R&D. That's right. That's what I am.
You're the T&E. Test and evaluate.
Yes.
Kerry Worthington says, hey from the UK.
Hey,
76 Torino Elite 460 headers, Holly, mild cam, etc. Best ratio rear end for weekend cruising and the odd thrash up the quarter mile. 9 inch.
something in the 350 range, 320 to the 350 range.
Okay. What's both of your opinion on the cheapest build versus easiest build? Cheapest build.
Well, the easiest build is one you could just throw a bunch of money at.
Yeah.
And to me, there's no challenge in that.
What's the cheapest build?
Ultimately, hot rodding is, I mean, the guy who has the most money spent, not only on parts, but on help, on technology, on, you know what I mean? The guy that can go to the track with a state-of-the-art car and all of the equipment and a crew and the whole thing. Here's my experience with this stuff, right? Here's my experience with this stuff. I remember, Uncle Cat, you remember this too, right?
What?
You remember this.
What?
We were running some national event. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
We got out with the funny car.
Yeah.
Okay. And we were pitted next to Force.
Yes.
Okay. And Force had 3 tractor trailers.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember.
So Force had 3 tractor trailers.
Right.
He had,
It was like really the beginning of the money.
yeah.
Right.
But there was 1 tractor trailer that carried the car and the spare cars.
Right.
1 tractor trailer that had all of the fucking equipment, it was lined from one end to the other with blocks and heads and whole engines and the whole 10 yards. And then in the middle, he had parked the technology center, right?
Yeah.
So, and Bobby and I were walking through this thing and we're looking at it and there's like 6 people. His at the time, this is in 1993, yeah, something about that, 1992, right? At the time, his payroll, he was paying 22 people a weekend, right? For, to go to track, a crew, 22 people, 3 tractor trailers. And 1 tractor trailer was called the Technology Center. And from one end to the other, it was nothing but computers. And people work, and little devices and gizmos and flow benches and everything else. All of the shit packed in there, and this is what he went to the National Night with. We were pitted next to him. We had a ramp truck. We had a 30-year-old Pluger chassis. We had God, it was a half-inch, it was a 484, it was a half-inch cast aluminum fucking motor with an 871 that we had cranked like 40% over. two ancient Hillborn mags or pumps that was spun like 36 over each. And you know what? He qualified and we qualified too. He qualified number 1, we qualified 16, but either way, we got paid that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. We're 15 minutes lagging. Crazy.
What?
Saying that we're 15 minutes slow. Let's see.
15 minutes.
Are you still going to build a 446 pack eventually?
I think I'm probably gonna end up putting a 6-pack on a Charger. It's the only 450 in the fleet. And I'll probably end up this one here's got dual quads on it. I'm gonna keep the dual quads. But the Charger will probably get a 6-pack eventually.
Go see Buff. Go see Buff Del Campo.
You're rearranging the camera again. Come here. Kind of wants to, but is afraid to. Doesn't know who I am.
Yeah.
You don't belong here. You're a different person.
You want the soda?
You want a Big Mac?
All right, we're 2 hours in.
Are we?
How long you want to go for?
Well longer.
Okay, can I take a break for a minute?
Sure.
You think so? Buff, you
No.
want to read questions for a few minutes?
Do I want to what?
Read questions for a few minutes?
Well, let's just wrap it up. We've been on for 2 hours.
You think?
Yeah, I'm getting tired of talking too.
You are?
Yeah.
I mean, I can go for a little longer. I just need a break.
Why don't you just say that?
Well, just read questions for a minute, Buff. I'll be right back. You don't have to come
Questions
here.
are on there?
You can do it on your phone, or you can do it there. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my
Either
phone.
one.
Phones. Uh-oh. Now I messed it up. Oh, you're still there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, we're way behind.
Uh-oh. Better catch up.
I'm still sitting there.
Are you still sitting there?
I'm still sitting there.
You're kidding me.
Now I'm walking over here.
Wow, crazy lag.
Yeah. Monster Rush. What do you recommend to people to get as their first project car with a budget? Didn't you already answer? Okay. He and John Wilburn called me Camped Up Buffalo. It's only like 30 seconds late. But just time traveled, yep. He was talking and reading comment section. Ryan asks Uncle Tony, I don't know what to get after the Dakota project. Thinking either a Cornet Super B clone, like my uncle, or like my uncle had, or a '73 Dart Swinger. What do you think?
I mean, yeah. If you get a Cornet, do like a Super B clone, I think that's pretty cool. The Swinger would be much cheaper and easier to do. I mean, flip a coin, man.
Rusty Shackelford, hey Tony, what are your thoughts on the Ford 306? Have you ever built one for performance?
I've never built one for performance. I've rebuilt several of them over the years for people, Ford trucks and all that, but no, they're great motors. They're inch for inch, pound for pound. That's probably the best inline six to, aside from like okay, so you got the Toyotas and all of that, but that's probably the best old school domestic straight six to build for performance.
Vince Rencher, what do you think the next hurdle will be with Bottle Rocket?
I don't know. I won't know until actually, if I had a crystal ball, I wouldn't be doing this stuff, you know. The next hurdle, I don't know. I mean, breakage, the rear end is definitely the weak part. Performance-wise, I can't really ask for anything better the way the engine performs. It's getting the rest of the system up to speed. I don't think there are going to be very many hurdles. I think it's going to be a straight shot. We'll find out on Tuesday. Like I was going to run the car Tuesday night. And I'm predicting bottom eights out of it. And then we can really start tuning it. You know, because as it is right now, the jetting is wherever the hell the jetting is. They got the timing set at 36 degrees, which is probably where it's going to want to be. But I don't really see too many hurdles. The car's pretty tight.
And there's a bunch of people that are going meow, meow yourself, meow.
I just let him in the house, so. he's
Oh,
happy
she's
now.
in the house?
Yeah, he wants to go in.
Or he?
He.
I've got one that, my new cat looks almost like that, a little smaller, but it's a she.
Yeah.
That's the only male we got in the house, and I'm not crazy about that.
Oh, would you stop?
I don't like that.
Because it's a male?
Yeah.
Or because males pee all over the place?
Oh, because of male, I don't like anything.
Feeds your
like
cat.
anything
I don't like anything male in my periphery, you know.
The cat
Yeah.
has food
And
24/7.
then I show up.
He's just
No,
very
no, no,
loud.
that's okay. You're, you know, that's different. You don't live with me. Like, if I'm laying on the couch, you don't come over and lay next to me. See what I mean?
No.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't have to share my food with you, you know.
No, like eat off the same fork, that kind of thing?
Right.
No, we don't do that. No reason to do that.
Disgusting Chef says he did a video this weekend reviving one of his cars that has the homemade six-pack setup that he got from us, that he bought from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony made that. Does it work? Let's see.
Thing I'm looking for.
Cat is stressed and wants some nip.
See, now I'm really gonna mess with you.
What?
Who's that?
That's a guy.
Why do you have pictures of fucking he-she's on your phone?
It's somebody I know.
Why do oh, gee, I don't want to know.
Ford 300 has big fish pistons.
No, it's just,
Chop 40 off the head spacers for, who's he talking to? For pedestal rockers, torque cam, 19-pound injectors, and booster
I have
fuel
a lot of
pressure.
Filipino
I think
friends.
he's talking to somebody else.
That one showed up.
Let's see. He says it works really good. I replaced the center carb with a 500 CFM 2-barrel.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He says it works really well.
How does this work? Because it's like everything in 2 barrels instead of
Let's see.
like a 4-barrel carburetor. Like let's say a 650. How much does the primary is?
Well, traditionally on the Chrysler six-pack, the center is a 350. The same thing on the Chevys. The Chevy use that same setup. The Ford use that same setup. The center carb is a 350. The two outboards are 500 each. So they're rated at 1,250 CFM total, but they actually flow 950. Actually,
Well, see, that makes
950.
sense to me because the small one's in the center, and that's
Right.
what you're running off of.
Right.
And when you really want things open, you get a lot. But like a 500, or I think Ford had a 650 2-barrel on some of the big Lincoln engines, like a 460. You wouldn't think that would work well.
Well, the one that I sent to him, I used an Edsel carburetor for the center, which was 275 CFM,
Oh, okay.
because I wanted something to get really good.
Well, this
gas
is all
mileage.
tri-power or
Yeah.
6-pack stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the outboards were like, the outboards were 500 each, I think, I don't even really remember, but the center carburetor was from an Edsel, and it was 275 CFM.
Yeah, I hope you do your 6-pack setup. You were gonna do it on the Ram Charger.
Yeah, like I said, we'll
I
probably
really
do one
hope
on
you
that-
do that.
on that
Go through
Charger.
that.
Probably
Oh, you're gonna do it on this Charger?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
it's the only 440 I have. I mean,
Oh.
I have plenty of 440s, but
Only one in a
it's the
car.
only one in the car.
What's up, Uncle No Identity? Let's see. Bruce said, how much weight do you think you can remove with alloy wheels and drum brake change?
On what, Bottle Rocket?
I guess so, yeah.
I'm not, there's no alloy wheels going on the car. It's gonna stay Steelies, it's gonna stay, with the little hubcaps, 'cause that's the way I want the car to be. The drum brake, the savings going to drum brakes can be almost 40 pounds.
That has discs on the front?
Yeah. Very heavy discs.
On the cheap says, can I get a shout out?
Yeah,
On the cheap.
on the cheap.
On the cheap channel. We do more with less. Do it yourself stuff, snow plows to coyotes. Laugh out loud.
Nice,
Nice.
People at drag racing ever run with no front brakes,
sure,
and they can still stop okay?
yeah. They didn't put front brakes on funny cars until the 1890s. Top fuel dragsters still don't have front brakes.
I had a 67 Cougar, that one with a Chevy in it, has a Channel Master cylinder, and the front brakes went out, and I thought I was never gonna get that thing stopped. Back tires, I'm coming up to a red light, man, I stopped, but almost not. So you can still stop okay with back
Oh,
brakes?
sure.
Scott's speed shop says the outboards are like 300 to 350 CFM.
Okay.
He says if you need help getting some Holly 2 barrels, he can probably still get you some pretty reasonably.
Yeah, I'm not, nothing with that yet. Like I said, we saw so many other things we gotta work through. I'm running out of time this year, you know, and I wanna get as many runs on Battle Rocket as we can. Well, I wanna get the Slant 6 Dart, the Turbo Dart, I wanna get that to the track, and so we're running out of time on the year. I wanna get the duster and paint, so I'm not looking to pick up any, over the winter, we'll accumulate stuff and figure out the plan for next year.
Do they still make small block 6-pack manifolds?
No,
Is there a cheaper way to do a 6-pack on a 340?
That was the next question I had.
yeah,
Do people take two barrels that have the big thing for the big air cleaner and carefully cut the,
that's what I did with those.
okay.
That's what I did with those. That's the
So,
2300
You
series.
gotta make a cheap 346 pack?
I thought about
Well, the
doing
problem is that the manifolds aren't, okay, what happens is, they do, Edelbrock does runs on these manifolds. So what they'll do is they'll do like 500 manifolds and then stop. And then they'll wait a few years for the demand to build up again, and they'll do another run of manifolds. And they haven't done any manifolds in the last few years. So they're really not, they're not available new. They're listed in a bunch of different places as being available, but they're not actually available. So that's one of the reasons that stopped me from doing that.
Bottle rocket does not exist. What do you mean? Of course it
It's a
does.
figment of our imagination.
Right? We make it all up. I draw those
She
pictures
draws
of
those
the,
pictures.
right,
It's
that's in
CGI.
the video, right.
It's all CGI.
How fast can you draw?
Very fast.
Very quick.
Let's see. I know you deal with classics, but I would like to know your take on someone getting into building a rat rod for their first build. Think it's a good idea, or would you stick with a classic?
Do you like it? Because if you're attracted to that kind of car, yeah, then absolutely, by all means, build one, you know? It's a matter of personal taste, you know? I prefer cars that are basically stock body, you know what I mean? You know, stock body, stock interior, you know, that's what I like. You know, if you like rat rods, and there's some people like, you know, like resto mod type of things, bro, it's whatever turns you want. Whatever, that's where you're gonna find your motivation, and that's what's gonna get you to finish the project. Isn't that about right?
You know, and cars I build are completely different than what you, I like something I can get in and go to Arizona. You
I
know,
like that too.
I like streetable stuff that's different than
I like that.
what they made in Detroit, you know? Or
Next
Frank.
one. The rat rod thing has been overdone, kind of like 1980s style paint jobs.
Yeah.
Things go in and out of style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The rat rod thing got way out of control, because the rat rod thing originally was kind of what they did in the 50s, just
Yep.
with what they had. And the rat rod thing became
Yeah.
saw blades and chains
Right,
and
I
crazy stuff, and it's like, man, I mean, some of that's real artistic, but it's not really what a rat rod was.
Joe Milburn says, I've seen Bottle Rocket, sat in it, started it, and changed a couple of spark plugs in it. Trust me, it's all CGI and green screen. Imagine it runs the numbers and people are like, that's CGI, they said so.
I am so dying to get out with that car.
I
You
know.
have no idea.
Tuesday.
Tuesday night, no?
I know, you know.
Oh, I'm just confirming it's,
Yeah.
I got a plan for that.
Hemi-cam lifter oiling issues. Have you heard any news or any fixes?
I got into let's say a heated discussion. Not even, it wasn't heated, but it was a pretty intense discussion with a friend of mine who, his business is those engines. I'm not gonna say his name. So we went back and forth, 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 and by the time the conversation was over, because he was insisting that I was wrong, and by the time the conversation was over, he stopped insisting that I was wrong. So take it for what it's worth.
Well, something sure happens there.
Something happens.
There's enough of them that have problems. There was a guy in here when one of the people comments was saying he worked on, I don't know, state trooper cars somewhere, one of the states. And they had to service a lot of those.
Yeah. Yeah, read the comments. There's hundreds of people saying exactly the same thing.
Well, and you know what they do with cop cars? They go like hell, but then they sit there and
The-
idle for like 25 or 30 minutes while they're writing a ticket.
That's when the damage happens.
Yep.
Scott Speed Shop sent $20. He says, take this $20 and take Kathy out for a romantic candlelit dinner at Taco Bell.
I'm gonna do that, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And you know, I am like the
Jedediah.
king of romance. You know, Uncle Kathy will tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Candles and
Oh yeah.
I got
romance.
romance up the wazoo. I
Uh-huh.
mean, it just never stops. I'm always saying romantic things to her.
Oh yeah.
Romantic gestures, and she used to,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Do stuff like that.
yeah,
Thanks,
you
Jedediah.
drive.
It's really nice. So where are we going? Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
All right.
I get you those good crunchy gorditas. You
No, they don't. They don't have the one that I like anymore.
no?
That was that naked chicken
Oh
chalupa.
God, those were so good.
That was the only thing I liked there, and then they took it
They
away.
take it away. That's
I'm
what
trying
Taco
to
Bell
when fast
does.
food takes
But
something
we don't
away.
eat fast food anymore. We
That's
cook
what
at
Taco Bell
home.
does to you. They introduce something that's like better than God could make, okay? And they get you hooked on it, and it's cheap. It's 35 cents, you know what I mean? All you can eat, right? And then once you've basically devoted a good portion of your life to seeking this item out, and they take it away. That's Taco Bell.
I
We
don't
haven't
go to
eaten
Taco Bell
fast
very
food
often.
in forever.
That's true.
I don't go there very often, but I think that's why I still like it. Because I don't go there so often.
Yeah.
Burger King, I went there so much. I worked in a place, there's a Burger King across the street. I gained about 30 pounds and I hated Burger King when I was
Oh,
done.
Burger King? Get me some chicken wings. Yeah, those are good. Chicken wings are good. If a man can make Taco Bell romantic, he can do anything. Yeah.
You can take candles to Taco Bell.
I am an Italian.
Oh yeah.
What about the cheese channel, the dog cheese?
Dogs eating cheese, yes, we're gonna,
I keep looking at- I search for
Well,
that every night.
I know because I hurt myself 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago today.
And it still hurts, but I can walk now. So I was down for a while, and it's just been hectic.
Yeah.
You had to see how much I had to clean after I was like crippled for 3 days and couldn't move.
Oh, and then the house starts to
Yeah, oh yeah.
grow on
Tony
you.
was very good though.
I did all kinds of
He
things.
did all kinds of things for me.
Please, I
You
did
took
domestic
you took
shit up
very
the
good
wazoo.
care. No, you didn't. You took very good care of me.
You know something when you live alone.
But you're
like I do?
messy. You're messy.
Don't you notice when you live alone like me?
Yeah.
When you don't take care of all the dirty stuff right away,
Yeah.
shows up right away.
Yeah.
You can't blame anybody else.
Well, I was stuck on the couch for 3 days, and I just started watching like papers acclimate on the table, accumulate on the coffee table until it was like kind of covered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had that homey feel.
Yeah, that's not the kind of feel I go for. But you did take very good care of me. Dickie Foley's got his Taco Bell. Awesome.
You know, I could be one nurturing son of a bitch.
Yes. Yes. I've only fallen once in 2020. Do you think they should sell reproduction body from Mopars like the Camaro and Mustang body from Cars Inc.?
Yeah, nobody does that?
Yeah, Dynacorp.
And what can you buy? What do they
They
have?
make the Challenger,
They
was
make the
on
Challenger,
saying,
right?
yeah.
Oh man. You know my favorite one is they'll never do this, the road toad. But the 67 through 9 Barracudas,
Mm.
man, I like those things. But they're expensive. You know, I'll never have one.
I think we should probably wrap it up. Coming up pretty soon, yeah?
Okay. Yeah, we're 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, take a couple more questions.
How many people there? How many likes?
254 people. 214 likes.
254, the finest
How many
Finest
on
people.
earth.
I'm the likes.
214.
Ah, that's it. So somebody needs to put some more likes, but
Is the eBay slant exhaust manifold worth $120?
If you need one, yeah.
Okay.
if you don't need one, it's
I mean, if you need one, yeah, it's $120.
What do they usually go for?
I used to
Like
sell,
around
I
100.
used to sell for 75 to 100,
Yeah.
the stock ones.
Let's see.
God, what's the shipping on that? Heart attack.
Thanks, Vincent Bill Barnett. Harbor Freight Flux Core welder, good for body work.
Yeah, it is. I use it for everything. You
What
can't
is
weld anything. You know, quarter-inch steel is like that. The way outer limits, and you got to preheat the hell out of it before you'll actually get a good
What is this?
penetration. The Harbor Freight Flux Core.
Thank you,
Oh.
Fubar.
Yeah, but anything you're gonna come across on like a regular car frame, unibody, that type of thing, up to like 3/16 inch steel. Yeah, they work great. I use them for everything.
Did we get kicked out of the gas station? No. It was pouring rain here. We had flood warnings and everything.
You need a boat.
Yeah.
Ark,
Ark.
Uncle Tony's Ark.
You got all the animals.
Yeah.
This is true. What's the most common first-gen Hemi?
The
Do you
most
know?
common is the 331.
Okay.
Usually the long tail, and they're common because nobody ever really used them for anything. So the 51 through 55, 54, 331s are probably the most common you come across.
When I'm working on my car, sometimes when I sneeze, I cut the cheese.
That happens.
This is on this channel?
Yeah. This is the public. This is who we kid.
This is the public. We love you guys.
And then he agrees. Then I gotta think about him under the car, you know. That happens.
I don't want to alienate the guy and make him feel like he's a freak because you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll agree.
Let's see. Aaron says I bought a $350 Hitbox 200 welder off Amazon, and it does MIG, stick, TIG, and flux core. Will weld quarter plate and works awesome.
That's not bad. What was that called?
It was called, hang on, I scroll up. Hitbox 200.
You like flux core.
I love flux core.
It's like stick welding, only a little
Good night,
finer.
Bruce.
No, it's like MIG welding, but with a little bit of splatter.
Yeah, I like that.
What's up, Black LS Pontiac?
I don't
LS1 Pontiac,
I don't
sorry.
mind the splatter. I don't mind the splatter. Flux core burns a little hotter than regular MIG.
Also, like if you're going tack, like on sheet metal, it's, you have less chance of warpage and overheats and stuff like that. You get a lot of heat in one spot and on it off it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if
I
you're stitching a
understand.
panel.
Yeah.
Joseph says I use Lincoln welders. The only reason is I can get materials from any Home Depot anywhere. So if I have to travel, I can pick up material anywhere.
I got a Hobart, which is a
No, I got these little flux core jammies everywhere. I got one here. I got one at the lot. I used to have one in the truck over here.
See, I had a
Actually, there's 2 of them there.
I had a Lincoln 100 MIG that was a flux core, and I converted it to a.
I thought they were the
MIG.
biggest pieces of shit until I actually started using the thing, and then I was like, oh my
But
god.
I tried it and I go, maybe I just didn't know how to use
The
it.
only place you can't really use them, right? Aside from thick metals, right? You know, exceptionally thick metals. The only place you really can't use them is if you're trying to, like, let's say you're gonna hold the gas tank on an oil pan, and it's gotta be, you know, no porosity. You know, you'll get porosity out of it.
I bet.
You know, but other than that, no. They structurally the welds are great.
Ever had a Polara? I
Sure.
had one in 2015. I was 11 and it caught fire because the guys who had it last didn't have the exhaust on the manifold at all.
Fires are bad.
Yeah, fire's not good.
Let's see.
You ever had a car caught on fire?
How many?
I
I look back at my childhood and all they really see is flames.
It's not true.
I had a Fairmont that had
Exaggerate,
transmission.
Tony.
You know, and I just hadn't fixed it yet. So I poured transmission fluid in the tube all the time to bring it up. And I got lazy and just left it running, and I learned something that day. Transmission fluid on a running
Oh
exhaust
trade
manifold,
food
it'll
is
light.
brutal.
Oh man. If the engine isn't running, it smokes. If the engine's running,
Yeah, when it
Uh-oh.
lights, it lights.
oh, we got a fire.
Hitbox also makes plasma cutters and awesome TIG welders. It's all great quality and cheap.
I do have to buy a TIG,
You do?
soon, yeah. Well, not soon. I'm kind of in the market for a T. But I don't want like a scratch start. I want something with a pedal and all of that.
You ever use one of the ones with the, instead of the pedal, it's got a thumb control? I got one with a thumb control, I kinda like it, but where I worked, we had all pedals and the guys there,
Well, I think maybe I'll just borrow your T. No.
hardwired into my shop. Yeah, get gas weld. Well, you said you like it, but the gas is too expensive.
Gas got crazy expensive. That's why I stopped doing it.
I moved, Arizona, I can't find my gauges. I needed a gas weld the other day, and it's like, couldn't find my gauges. I know they're packed up,
I've had that set there forever, ever.
Scott Speedjob says, get the Eastwood T200, Tony. You won't be disappointed. Let's see. Joseph Giannini says Eastwood is junk. So,
Let them fight it out.
differing opinions.
What do you think of Eastwood's?
Fight to the death. What's that?
Eastwood, I mean, some of the stuff's okay,
Yeah.
but it's always pricey.
I never really pay attention. I mean, yeah, I know that stuff is out there. I know it's popular, but I don't have any experience with it.
Joseph is saying the two I've seen work best are ESAB and Lincoln, or ESAB and Lincoln. Which of your cars came with an interesting story?
Oh, yeah. The stories on cars.
You got a bunch of stories on cars?
Man, all of them are like people I knew and their mother ran it out of water, that kind of thing, and then I got it cheap,
I think Mrs. Landy, probably.
Yeah, why?
Because the car was bought new and had been in continuous use since 1963, the fall of 1963.
Yeah.
Kennedy, when Kennedy assassination, that car was on the road, right?
Yeah.
And it had been passed from person to person to person, and the guy we bought it from was like, he had used it until he had problems with it. It was ignition. It just stopped running.
63 what?
64 start. My weight 64 drop. Mrs. Landy.
Oh, yeah, November 22nd of 63, yeah, it would have been around, yeah.
So I think that's probably one of the most interesting story I can think of.
What about when you stopped talking to her friend to get the charger? That's the most interesting story.
Oh yeah, well,
You got mad.
Man,
I'll tell that another time.
I bought a 66 Charger because it had 383 in it and I needed a 383. A friend of mine had some big Chrysler with a bad engine. So I bought this thing for $200, dragged it out of the weeds, got it to the shop, and I pulled a 383 out and I just shoved this 66 Charger outside. And this is 1980-ish, so they weren't worth a lot. And a friend of mine came along and it had somebody put a Hemi on the side of it. He goes, "Oh, it's a Hemi car." I said, "Nah, I had a 383 in it." So he looks up all the numbers, and there's two guys over there looking through all these books. They go, "No, guy, it's a Hemi car."
Was it really?
Well, he bought it from me. And he goes, "It really is a Hemi car." We looked at it. He put a Hemi in it, drove it around for a while, got rid of it.
That had
So I
an
owned a
interesting
Hemi
story.
Well, that's not one that we currently.
I know. But the 71, that had an interesting story. How you got
I
that.
mean, the most interesting story I had was a Chrysler I bought from the widow.
Which one? The one that had a
The
reverse?
one that had no reverse.
You ever buy cars that got weeds all growing up through them, and you
Yeah.
gotta go out there and
I bought years and years and years ago. I bought a white 69 Newport, New Yorker, from
I don't think we were married yet when we had that car.
it was a long time ago.
Yeah, we were kids.
So it was a white 69 New Yorker, and it had no reverse, and I paid like $50 for the car, $60, whatever it happened to be.
that's better than only having reverse.
So I bought it off a guy who had bought it off a guy, right? And I was using the car as my running around car. And I would have to push it, I would either have to park it on inclines so I could like back out like that, or I'd park it where I could push it backwards. And one day I'm on Castleton Avenue on Staten Island, right? And I got stuck in a spot where I actually had to get out and push the car backwards. And I'm pushing the car backwards, and this woman's walking up the street. And she says, "That's my husband's old car." I says, "Really? No shit." "Yeah, he loved that car. That was his favorite car. It has no reverse, right?" I said, "Yeah." And she says, "Yeah, He died. He had a heart attack. He was pushing the car backwards.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've had several cars you gotta plan where you park them. Because you park on a hill, because starts, you know, I had a 55 Ford, it was 6-cylinder. The best cylinder had 45 pounds of compression. A couple of them were 0, they were next to each other. And then some others that
He
were
was starting
bad.
to hope.
You park it on a hill and you put it in second gear or third gear. Just start going down the hill and let the clutch out and then drive off.
Oh, we had tons of those.
Man, I can't believe that thing. But you try to start it with a starter, it was like, that one cylinder with the 45 pounds of compression, it would fire.
It needed the full weight and force of the car behind it to actually like.
Middle of town, you know, Friday night, everybody's down there and they're all walking around and girls and everything, you're showing off, you know, kind of racing up and down the street. I got that 55 Ford, piece of shit, and I stopped at a red light, and the light turned green, and I stalled it. So now I'm sitting there, that one cylinder fire, and a dog comes over and pisses on the tire while I'm trying to start it. God damn it! All these kids looking at me.
You know,
Shit.
I
Doesn't get any worse than that.
can actually hear the 6-volt direct drive start.
Oh, That's how it was, dude. Oh shit! I had to get rid of that car after the dog pissed on the tire. I don't want to be seen in
All
the
right,
scene.
we gotta wrap it up, guys.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right, everybody have a great night.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on and hanging out with us.
Everybody contributed to the
appreciate
super
it.
chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you all, 151,000 and some odd subscribers.
Kathy's gonna remember all of your
I'm gonna
names.
bake you all
She's
cookies.
gonna make everybody cookies. Everybody gets cookies.
Everybody
Subscribe
gets
to
a
the
cookie.
channel, you get cookies.
The
I know.
Cookie Factory.
How am I gonna make 150,000 cookies?
Well, you eat 151,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of cookies.
Yeah, I have 100 and something cookies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All
So
right.
that's 1,000 per
We'll see.
subscriber.
Ari,
No.
John, Fubar, you guys are awesome. Our mods, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next Sunday night.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Have a great night.
Say goodnight, bro.
Good night.
I'm still-
See you tomorrow.
I'm
See
still
you
bothered
tomorrow.
by the he-she you got on the
Oh,
phone.
stop. See you
Are
tomorrow,
you gonna
I'm
everybody.
bothered by that. I mean, just saying, just a little.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
It's a long